walking down the boulevard. She got the posture of a superstar. She looks so fly in those Gucci slides. Yeah, I wonder what she hides under her disguise. Yeah. And all the girls around the world, they wanna be her. And all the dudes are trying to score like it's fever. She lives a double life, puts on a show. What's under the subtle smile, we'll never know. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.
Let me paint a picture. I see they don't understand. Feeling like Picasso. She brushing against my hands. Seen you from around the way. You didn't give me the time of day. You be making moves that yeah, who really care what Simon say? All the bad things, girl, I had to look past that. Call yourself a dime, I'm just trying to get my cash back. You be looking fine, so no wonder they can't match that. Louis V scarf, or I'm chilling with a dad hat. Whoa, slow it down like that. Just hold me down like that. Yeah.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. She's a Mona Lisa.
There's something about the way that you understand. We don't need a rush and we don't need to make no plan. You say, pace yourself, slow it down. And I don't want to waste my days with no one else. I love how it feels. Killing time, you and I. Hours, minutes, days and nights. Trading all of our deadlines for conversations over wine. Killing time, you and I. In this moment we're alive. Infatuated with your eyes and the way they look at mine when we're killing time. There's something about the way you talk with your hand. The way that you say my name when nobody's there. No. You say it's alright. Take your space if you need a break. And if I need to disconnect, that's okay. This ain't no race. Killing time, you and I. Hours, minutes, days and nights. Trading all of our deadlines for conversations over wine. Killing time, you and I. In this moment we're alive. Infatuated with your eyes and the way they look at mine when we're killing time. Killing time, you and I. Hours, minutes, days and nights. Trading all of our deadlines for conversations over wine. Killing time, you and I. In this moment we're alive. Infatuated with your eyes and the way they look at mine when we're killing time. Killing time. Killing
She my pineapple, yeah. She's sour, she's so sweet. Yeah. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I need another double. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I guess she's all I'm after. My little girl got a sour side, but you know I'm a sucker for some sweetness. Every weekend pulls you in, she knows your weakness. I tell her she's my princess, she just wants to be queen. I call her pineapple and she says, what do you mean? She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I need another double. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I guess she's all I'm after. Yeah, take a slice and look inside. You see the sweet, the nice, the harmless vice, the cold as ice. I need my pineapple consistently. I eat religiously, I need my sweetness instantly. And every time that she's around, she's sweet, I'm signing this, she's sour. Just wait an hour, my little flower. And every time that she's around, she's sweet, I'm signing this, she's sour. Just wait an hour, my little flower. She might be everything I need, but she's so sour, yeah. But she's so sour. If only she was just as sweet, but she's too sour, yeah. Yeah, she's too sour. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I need another double. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I guess she's all I'm after. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I need another double. She got an attitude, I call her pineapple, yeah. She's sweet with sour moods, I guess she's all I'm after.
Did you notice I've been lost, staying up to the break of dawn, hoping that you'll show a little warmth, but you know I feel the coldest when I'm wrapped around your finger. Did you notice that you put me through the ringer when you said that you needed solace that I can't offer you? I found a light in all this, something to get me through. Now every day is a challenge, top down, blowing smoke out. It's not good for my balance, it sounds great but I'm burnt out. Cause now the drugs aren't working, I've taken all I can, but my heart's still hurting. This can't be all I am, cause leaving me so lonely only left me half a man. Now the
Hello there, hello there, hello there everybody. Welcome one and all. It's the happy hour, obviously. And I'm Kevin Logan, and as you can see, my hair is a fucking work of art. Look at it. Look at the height. Look at the circumference. It's ridiculous. And joining me, as ever...
Where's your lamp?
Oh, it's really annoying, right? I put in a new light. Oh, by the way, that's Kristi Winters. Hello, Dr. Winters.
Hi.
Anyway, I put in the light, right? New light because my light bulb went, and it's like being in a fucking sunbed. So if I put this light on, I turn into fucking Donald Trump. Look at it. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
You need to like spring for the cool. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, you're gonna have to go and order some more lighting. I think.
I am. I think I am. But look at that. I thought, fuck it. I'm leaning into that tonight. Absolutely stunning. Look at it. Look at the volume on that shit.
You are looking good, my mate.
It's so thick. You could get dogging gay men in this.
This is cottaging. Yeah, Kevin was telling me his tactics for when he bumps into people having sex in the woods.
Accidentally. It was totally accidental. Twice. I don't, because I live in an area where it's very urban, but there's like forested area because it's an outer ring council estate in Birmingham, and so there's wooded areas around, and occasionally one will be taking a stroll through nature and happen upon a dozen or so homosexuals engaging in, frankly, ungodly acts of beauty, strange contortions of physical forms in the semi-shaded area, and once one of them, I think, thought I wanted to get involved and said hello, and that freaked me out a little bit. I think I was probably still a Christian at the time, just about, so that's a motorbike going past, very loud. I don't know if that picked up.
Yeah, it's not Cologne. That is not Cologne this time.
That is not Cologne, that is Birmingham, and that person can go fuck themselves.
Yep.
Anyway, how have you been? You are 1 year closer to the cold embrace of the Reaper.
Officially, yes.
Yeah.
It was a birthday for me. I did a birthday thing on the Wednesday, and that kind of continued actually through last night. Had Mexican delivered with a friend, and so
you had a Mexican person delivered to your house.
I had Mexican, not a Mexican, just Mexican food, like an Italian or Chinese or Indian.
Look, I don't know what site you're going to pick up these foreign people, but just stop, Kristi. It's not cool.
Yes. And now I'm back to the real world, and yes, it's a thing. But I've apparently missed. Kevin was catching me up on all of the dramas. So much dramas. You suddenly developed a beef with another channel, and all kinds of things have been happening. I leave you alone for 3 days, and look what happens.
Yeah, Infrared, who is a weird tanky motherfucker. We'll probably play some of his stuff as like a palate cleanser between the two more serious affairs we're talking about tonight. But yeah, he's a tanky weirdo, and I've destroyed him. I now own him, and because he claims to have owned both Vosh, Xander Hall, Socialism Done Left, and various other people, I think by the transitive properties, I now own them too.
Okay.
I think so. I think that's how it works. Definitely. So, if they want to beg for their freedom, I might let them go. But I currently own Bosch. Yeah. So
yes.
Just saying.
If anyone runs around going, I owned you, this just proves that you didn't own anything.
Oh no, the guy's a lunatic. Yeah.
Yeah. Other people talk about people will talk about how I owned Sargon in that debate. I don't really go on and on about it myself, Like, if you did well, other people will say.
To be fair, you did own him, though.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's not a fair comparison. Also, good reference. Someone said, did I find evidence for ancient aliens? That's a good reference. Because of the hair.
What? Oh. What
aliens.
The gravity-defying nature of your locks?
Yeah. No, the aliens guy, the ancient aliens guy.
Oh, that guy's
hair. Aliens.
That's
yeah.
That's what you're going for.
Yeah. Also, I did actually watch that show for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it is intensely racist.
Oh, which one?
The Ancient Aliens show
series.
Yeah. I think I watched 3 or 4 episodes because I was always told it was racist, and it was on TV. Like on one of the weird shit channels on the cable. That's the thing. Cable TV and digital TV is a wonderful thing in some respects, but there are lots of channels that you could literally get away with just getting rid of. Who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, why do you need 7 different shopping channels? Why?
You're a weird girl, but I like you. Most women are fine with the shopping channels because women be shopping.
Yeah, but you don't need 7 channels. I mean, one. Why can't you get all the shit you need to flog on one channel? Honestly, seriously, there's 24 hours in a fucking day.
There is. Indeed.
So yes, the dramas.
Anyway, no, I was talking about Ancient Aliens. Yeah.
Racist TV.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, they take a thing that some non-white people did, they get like a selection of crazy motherfuckers who are white to say, nah, they didn't do that shit, it was probably aliens and that. And the only time you ever hear from a person of colour is like a local guide who will say, welcome to X place. Like I watched the one on the Easter Island heads, which I didn't even realise, I didn't know this. They're not just heads, they're full like bodies, but they've sunk into the ground. Like they've excavated some of them, and they've got like, essentially they're massive heads and shoulders on like 30, 40 foot high plinths. But over time they've sunk into the ground, so you can just see the heads. They're incredible pieces of technology. And basically, you just see the person from the Easter Island, like, historical people, saying, oh, this is welcome to such and such a place. This is the heads. Look at the heads. And then fucking crazy white guy comes on and goes, yeah, look at that's definitely aliens did that. That's it. That's the entire show. That's it.
Yeah. Crap.
Absolute nonsense.
White people thinking brown people can't do stuff. Wow.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, they were doing that when white people were living in holes dug in the ground with the arse bone of an elk. Like, just deal with it, people. We developed at different rates in different ways at different parts of the world. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, people had a lot of time on their hands to figure out how to do shit they wanted to do. Like, move rocks. And they had plenty of, like, person hours. And, like, other than survival, that was their entertainment.
Yeah. The Great Pyramid at Giza was the tallest building in the world for 4,000 years. Come to terms with it. It was fine. Some brown people did an amazing thing, and it stood the test of time. It's still fucking there. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, so yes, we dramas. What was we saying? Something about infrared. We'll watch him later.
You're gonna dip in. Something about Vosh. You wanted to show something with him?
Yeah, I'll show you the Vosh thing. And again, apologies to the regular viewers, because this will be the third time this week I'll have played this on stream. But it's so good. It's so good. It's so stupid and funny.
Is it good?
It's Danzy loud.
All right, that's fair. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, we'll watch that in a bit, but we'll deal with Cpac. Do you like my meme? I did a meme.
Yes, I saw people being offended that the Emperor was associated with Cpac because it's so evil.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Emperor was like, I'm going to have to pull out this year's Cpac because it's a bit racist for my likings. It's a bit weird.
It's too.
Like, I'm doing this mainly for the memes, and you people are crazy.
Yeah, I do it for the power, and you guys are really racist. Like, I'm quite into lots of different species.
Exactly. I'm happy with evil people of all races, whereas you people just want evil white people, and I'm not down with that level of shittery. So, anyway, so Cpac happened, and
did it happen already, or is it?
It started today, Kristi. Yes. Indeed.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I've been out of it.
No, that's fine. No, it's been Kristi's birthday. She partied like it was her birthday. She sipped Bacardi in the park like it was her birthday. So
50 in the club, and then it comes on that in the club song.
Yeah. Anyway, so firstly, I'm gonna have to straight at the top of the show slap my cock out.
Oh my gosh! Already. First thing.
Logan's amazing conservatives of cancel culture. Cocks and penis.
Yes, the conservatives of cancel culture. Because naturally, they couldn't not do cancel culture, obviously.
That was their thing. That was America uncancelled. They were going to uncancel all of these libs who were going around cancelling people in America, right?
Exactly. Cpac.
They were the anti-cancel people.
2021. America uncancelled with one L.
So fucking brave. Look at their independent thought, and like they'll take on any edgy idea.
Indeed. Except literally before it even started.
Oops.
Cpac 2021. We have just learned that someone we invited to Cpac has expressed reprehensible views that have no home within our conference or our organisation. The individual will not be participating in our conference. Can I get some Fs in chat? Can I get some Fs in chat for the cancellations here?
It was Young Pharaoh.
Outrageous. Too, right? It is. I've got that above.
Yeah.
But I want them to type in F first before they realise what they're typing F for.
Okay.
Young Pharaoh types this out, right? This is from the actual person who was cancelled in their own words, right? This is censorship at its best. All because I said, this is a quote from them that they're saying about themselves, okay? This is what they said. Quote, I do not believe in the validity of Judaism, and I'm not willing to I'm willing to place $50,000 on myself to debate the top Jewish rabbi, unquote. What the fuck are you doing? That's such a weird thing to say.
Doubling down on the anti-Semitism.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm no longer invited to Cpac. Hashtag racist. Hashtag dictatorship. Hashtag young pharaoh. Well, thank you, young pharaoh. That's nice. So yeah, uncancelled, cancelled.
Yeah, before it even started.
Yeah,
they cancelled people.
Absolutely.
Why don't they vet
amazing.
people?
Well, they really ought to. They really ought to. And also, yeah, the idea that that's the most reprehensible thing that anyone at that stage has said is an interesting take on things.
What the hell happened to Ted Cruz?
I
don't want to fat shame, but honestly, like the pandemic has not been kind to him.
No, he is not.
Or at least that angle isn't kind to him.
Let's just say he has wintered very well.
he's hibernating. He was definitely hibernating.
Well, he was one of the key speakers from the opening day, which I believe is still ongoing as we speak. But
I think you know what it is for me. It's that his jacket isn't draping correctly.
Yeah. Also, he's just a fat old man now. It's fine. It's like
you can have some girth around the middle and
exactly.
still wear
Look
a
at
jacket.
Absolutely sensational work.
No, yours is gravity defying, Kevin. Like your hair. There are people in the '80s who wish they could time travel to now and just borrow your hair.
Yeah, I'm like a new romantic, but without the hairspray.
Well, yeah, you don't have to put spit in it to keep it up.
I haven't got to iron this shit. I haven't got to do anything. It's just boom.
But because of the way his jacket is laying, you can kind of peek in and see his belly underneath that little flash of white directly under, where his...
Stop trying to make excuses for him. He's a fat man. That's fine. That's absolutely
you can
fine.
Say that.
I can. He's one of my people. As a fat, beardy white man who really oughtn't be a senator in the United States, me and Ted have got a lot in common. Anyway... So yes, Ted Cruz, he started off with an absolute belter of a joke. Oh, it was so funny.
I gotta say, Orlando is awesome. It's not as nice as Cancun.
That's so funny because dozens of people died in his state, and literally thousands are still without water and power. So it's really funny that he brought that up. That's so funny, Ted. Well done. Well done.
Sorry, you have to read what Mr. Voidful in the chat just said.
Who said what now?
In your chat about your hair.
God, I think Kev's hair is horny. True.
It's got a stiffy.
Along with the rest of me.
The whole time. Yeah. Aren't we all, unless we're in a like access to physical contact. But look, you can, there are ways to make jokes about the ways you politically fucked up. But it's usually self-deprecating. You know?
Exactly, yeah. Well, you could do a joke about the political pressure that's been on him. Like, you could say, I don't know, something like, oh, you think it's hot down here in Florida? You should have felt how hot it was under the collar for me last week.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, would have been better.
That's just me riffing off the top of my head. You know what I mean? Like, him and his speechwriters could come up with something like that, right? Whereas that's just literally like, isn't it funny that I fucked off and let dozens of people just freeze to death? That was funny, wasn't it? God, I'm such a jape.
Yes, I hope he wrote that joke. I'm putting in air quotes himself, and he didn't actually pay anyone for that because that was awful.
Yeah, he's not being advised by good people. But
no, they're not bringing their best.
Or maybe they are, and that's a terrible sign.
Yep.
It's 2021, people. This is a still from an actual thing that was held at the Cpac today.
What?
Holding Hillary accountable.
Fucking get over it.
It's never not 2016 ever again.
Yes, apparently. Like, I've got some bookmarks on how cultish the GOP is at this point. Oh, well, Mitch McConnell today. Fucking Mitch McConnell today. Did you see?
No. Did he get his dick out?
All right. So, no, I wish he would have canceled someone, but no. What happened? You know how, 12 days ago, he was saying that the president is practically and morally responsible for what happened in the Capitol on January 6th?
Having then voted that he wasn't, yes.
Correct. Today he said that if Donald Trump is the nominee for the GOP in 2024, he's okay with that.
Of course he is. He's a fucking bitch. They could nominate Beelzebub.
Yeah, he'd be all right with it.
And he'd be
if he
absolutely
could get
funny.
enough
Be like,
votes.
look, he may have some issues with being the physical embodiment of evil, but his taxation policy is pretty dope. So, what are you going to do?
Yes, he might be literally, Satan, but
Look at it this way.
he's going to lower the marginal tax rates for my friends.
At least he's not a Jew. So, could have been worse. He could have been black.
What, like
Jesus.
Like Jesus was
Like
Jewish?
Jesus. Well, yeah, but he was a fucking socialist, hippie, commie bitch. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
Still, it's 2016 somewhere in a Republican's head.
Indeed. We've got actually video of that, so we'll turn over that. I don't think these people have ever read the Bible, because this is literally.
The golden calf.
Yeah, this is golden. This is it
What
Baal?
shoes is he wearing? Is he wearing high-heeled shoes?
Sandals, I believe.
It looks like
Yeah, they literally build a literal craven image. Well done.
graven image, not craven.
Graven. Apologies. It is
I mean,
craven as well,
he is,
but
yes.
but in a
Both are
different
true,
way. Yeah. So that's literally a golden
What the
statue.
hell? It's a golden calf.
Yeah.
It is the golden calf. This is just.
Well, that's the thing. It just goes to show
If
they have
had
never.
this in a movie, people would be like, "This is too on point." Seriously, you're just gonna put the golden calf analogy in our faces? Nobody would do that in real life.
Well, they did in the film Dogma, if you remember.
Oh, I watched that movie so long ago, and what I mostly remember is that the first part supposedly takes place in the Milwaukee airport.
Indeed.
Alanis Morissette shows up, and Chris Rock was really funny.
Indeed, he was. But in that film, they have the McDonald's stand-in, basically the fast food
Buddy
chain,
Jesus? Oh,
is called Moobies, which is funny, and the Moobie is a golden calf statue, and when they go in there and spoilers, I suppose, when the two angels played by Ben Affleck and not Ben Stiller, fuck's sake, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Thank you. Go in and slaughter them for being for creating a false idol on Earth. You literally see, you don't see the slaughter, you just see the blood splattering against the close-up image of the golden calf statue, which is like the mascot of the restaurant. So they actually did do that, and they haven't learnt from that at all.
No. And that also had Buddy Jesus, didn't it?
It did have
George
Buddy
Carlin?
Jesus, yeah, but George Carlin plays a Catholic priest, which is funny.
Yeah.
Because he
Also,
was not the most religious old
No.
like
Also,
Carlin.
when a movie is like 20 years old, you don't have to do spoiler alerts anymore. If you haven't seen it,
No,
at this
true, I
point,
suppose,
That's
yeah.
on, you.
Well, the internet's full of young people. They had the chance necessarily to see it. I don't know.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that's not spoiling it if it's common knowledge. It's their fault for not getting a proper film education, as far as I'm concerned.
True, it's actually a very fine film. One of the few that Kevin Smith ever made. Yeah, I'm calling him out. I used to love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then I grew up. I liked that film at the same time that I liked Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, I actually I enjoyed the original Jay and Silent Bob more than the movie spin-off that they had.
Oh, yeah, the
concept of
Clerks.
the characters.
Clerks is an amazing film, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm not even supposed to be here today. Even though I literally am, because this is a scheduled show I do every day. So
Well, I loved that when they were having the debate about the ethical nature of blowing up the Death Star when there might just been union workers on it.
it's the amazing piece of footage. Yeah, it literally them going on about the independent contractors that are working on the Death Star and whether it's ethical for them to blow it up. Because what did they do? And then the guy walks in and he's like, I had a friend who was shaling the roof of a mafia bus and he got killed in a drive-by. He knew what the dangers of taking that job on were.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Anyway, sorry, yeah, funny film. Yeah. And then, was it that film? No, what film was it where... Hey baby, have you ever had your asshole eaten by a fat man in an overcoat? It's still one of my favourite lines. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Oh, what was the song there? I'm gonna Berserker, his Berserker song.
Yeah.
I make you fuck.
My love is love for you, Berserker.
Yes.
I want to make some fuck Berserker. Yes.
That was it.
I've watched that
Yep.
film about 50 times, so yeah.
Yes, good memories, right?
Good memories, exactly. Anyway, back to Cpac with their crowd going berserker because they were fucking asked to wear masks.
And I know this might sound like a little bit of a downer, but we also believe in property rights, and this is a private hotel. And we believe in the rule of law, so we need to comply with the laws of this county that we're in. But a private hotel, just like your house, gets to set its own rules. Carly, our Cpac director.
Well, as Dan mentioned, we are in a private facility, and we do want to be respectful of the ordinances that they have as their private property. So please, everyone, when you're in the ballroom, when you're seated, you should still be wearing a mask. So if everybody can go ahead, work on that.
Work on it.
I know, it's not the most fun.
You have the right.
It's like talking to kids.
They start shouting freedom.
What? Freedom to break the law and violate property
Yeah, I
rights?
thought they literally surely the one thing that would get Cpac hard was them saying we believe in private property rights, but fuck this hotel and their rights.
Yeah, exactly. Except when it's inconvenient to me, then screw it, my freedoms.
Exactly. So a featured host at Cpac is radio host Wayne Dupree, who's a guy I'd never heard of, but anyway, he has claimed that the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax and that the victim's family parents were fake and working as crisis actors.
Yep. This is the Republican Party now. It's
Yep.
indistinguishable from InfoWars.
Indeed. Ted Cruz mocking.
Did you see? Sorry. Okay.
Go on.
Did you see? Tucker Carlson apparently went looking for Q. I don't know. Did you have that clip?
I don't
He's
know.
like, we couldn't even find Q. I'm like, what? I'll find it.
He should have gone to a snooker hall. Fuck yes.
Q ball.
Yeah. Or just a cue like the stick.
Q. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ted Cruz.
Or gone to a busy shopping mall.
For what Q is there?
That's a queue, like a queue of
line?
a line, yeah. So, that's another type of queue. You're very welcome. He should have gone to the filming of a television show.
QI.
Yeah. No, I meant like to get a cue to say the next line.
Oh,
like
to be in
a
the queue.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck's sake. Anyway, so Ted Cruz mocking AOC. Oh no, you had a thing you wanted to say, didn't you? Sorry, go on.
No. I got it. Carl, I got the video. It was I'm bookmarking it for later.
Okay,
It's a YouTube clip, so we can watch it online.
cool beans.
Levers of government, where they control the White House, where they control every executive branch, where they control both houses of Congress.
Why is that, Ted? 'Cause
Bernie
y'all fucked up.
is wearing mittens.
Yeah.
And AOC is telling us she was murdered.
You know, that she raised $3 million for your home state, motherfucker. What have you done for the people of Texas? Seriously, sit down, Ted. Sit down.
Also, she
Piece of
didn't
shit.
say she was murdered. She said she was nearly murdered by
Yeah.
you.
And he's mocking her for this. He's such a piece of shit.
He is.
Can't wait till he runs again.
Apparently, he's not going to.
Oh, he bet. Yeah, he knows right now he is fucked.
Well, because he's just
He
going
says that
All you
now,
need to
but-
do is put out a satirical advert saying something like, "Vote for Ted Cruz, Republican nominee for Cancun."
Or just have him telling that joke at Cpac.
Yeah,
after.
exactly. Yeah.
And the media desperately, desperately, desperately wants to see a Republican civil war.
There is one.
Y'all are bringing
Liberty
one.
is under assault, and what are we going to do? I'll tell you. We will fight.
Oh, that means
Levers of
nothing. Literally nothing.
But why is he doing this? Does he still have pretensions that he could ever be president?
Well, I mean, if he's not going to run for Senate, clearly he doesn't. I mean, I don't know what his game is at this point. I'm hoping that he's going to. I'm sorry. I think he's hoping that people will have short memories because generally they do. He's nothing but a pathetic, like, little toady, quisling wannabe in power, and then he'll be awful.
Yeah.
He'll be fucking terrible.
This is going to make it look like this is fake. You're going to
Okay.
think some, like, the Lincoln Project put this together, or fucking Vic Berger or something. But this is an actual video clip that got played at Cpac.
All right, first let's just read this out.
Oh, okay. Samurai Futurologist.
What the fuck is a futurologist? That sounds like a made-up word to me. And don't even tell me it's people who study the future, because you can't study what doesn't exist yet.
You can. You can. Obviously you can. It's the future.
I'm looking this up.
Oh,
I'm looking this.
Hang on.
word
Surely
up.
weather people are futurologists, aren't they?
No, they're meteorologists. They predict the weather based on
Exactly.
very,
The
very
future.
Specific data, which models the behavior of future.
And
based
that's
on
what he's
previous
doing.
Observations. No.
And that's what he's doing by studying the data to do with samurai, and developing
Futurologist.
samurai trends in the future.
All right. I'm not a futurist, a futurologist. What does futurologist means? The study or forecasting of potential developments as in science, technology, and society using current conditions and trends as a point of departure. So it's basically, okay.
It's guessing.
It's like what, yeah.
It's guessing. Okay, fine.
The thing is that weather is predictable, people are not.
Exactly.
But anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, what they're doing is they're getting paid to let them like wank about what they think might happen.
Basically, yeah. Look, because if you go back 30 years or 40 years, look at the sci-fi. We were living on Mars, hoverboards, all this kind of crazy shit. Which
Yeah, we're going to
isn't
have
a thing.
jetpacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, we have tricorders, but nobody said they'd be mobile phones.
Yeah. Also, go back. No one
What
predicted.
about the doors?
The original like sci-fi people. No one dreamt of the remote control for the television. It's always
See?
missing. Always missing. Even though it's now like, the easiest thing in the world. Anyway, Samurai Futurologist, World Forecast News Service, Japan's #1 forecaster of international relations.
All right. So
I
this
don't
is
know what
gonna
that's
be what's
according
gonna
to. I don't know who gave
Yeah.
them that title, but okay.
Okay.
Anyway, but this is genuinely played at Cpac, and it's fucking mental.
The last samurai is right back. Hello, America. Hello, American conservatives. My name is Genki Fuji. I'm a Japanese journalist and an author of more than 70 books on international relations. I run online World Forecast News Service. I respect President Trump and American conservatives. President Trump fought against Chinese communists in order to protect
Oh, is he Falun
the
Gong?
world.
No.
President Trump,
But
Oh,
sort
I'm
of.
anti-China.
American samurai. I want to make US-Japan alliance stronger. I want to build solid friendship with real American patriots, all American samurai. Let's fight together
What?
for freedom. Let's slash the cancel culture. Let's start US-Japan samurai.
Let's
to
cancel
samurai
cancel culture.
alliance.
Did you see that in your future, Mr. Futurologist? The canceling of cancel culture? What the actual fuck? They never say what they're going to do. They're just going to generically fight.
He's going to samurai cancel culture, Kristi, please.
Americans, patriots.
Yeah. Anyway, it's this dude who is.
Oh, right, yeah. Falun Gong is Chinese group that's anti-Chinese
Yeah,
communism.
Taiwan, isn't it, I believe? Yeah,
But
so,
someone from Japan could be Falun Gong. I mean,
well,
they're
I suppose
Western
they could
Falun
be,
Gong
yes, but I
followers.
don't think he's necessarily actually.
Yeah,
connected
but it's
to
the same. It's the same, like rabid anti-Chinese communism.
Yeah. The most normal speaker at Cpac is a Japanese cult member whose leader is the reincarnated Buddha from Venus.
Oh, so he's just a different anti-Chinese communist cult leader.
Yeah.
So he's like Falun Gong adjacent.
Yeah. Happy Science is Japan's antisocial far-right cult. Happy Science, Kristi.
Yes, yes.
You can't argue
yes.
with the happy science, okay?
It's happy.
Exactly. Not like this sad science. Don't be silly. And Jay Aiva is a believer and former executive of Happy Science. The image shows Jay Aiva, who played a leading role in the cult event in 1992. Jay Aiba does not believe his career in Happy Science and leaves it ambiguous.
Does not explain his
Does not
career.
explain,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, yeah. It's beginning to think everyone at Cpac was a kook. But then I read the Japanese conservative Haruki J. Aiba will be there to supply some good old-fashioned common sense at the conference.
Great.
What isn't mentioned is his central role Aiba played in the Japanese cult called Happy Science, whose leader believes he is the Messiah and sells miracle cures for COVID-19. Naturally. Happy Science is a Japanese cult run by a man who claims to be the incarnation of multiple gods while pretending to channel the psychic spirits of anyone from Quetzalcoatl, who's a...
Quetzalcoatl.
That dude.
He's a leader of the Aztecs when, what's his Coronado?
Cortez,
yes.
I don't know, actually. I'll be honest, this is a bit racist, but I always get the Inca and the Aztecs mixed up in my mind. I know they're different, and I know why they're different, but I can never tell the difference.
I think the Aztecs were farther north.
Yeah.
So
the Inca,
I mean, I might be wrong.
The
chat
Incas
will jump
were
my shit.
Peruvian/Chilean in modern geographic terms, and the Aztecs were Central America. Anyway, to Bashar al-Assad, who isn't dead.
Right. Okay. He's just that good, Kevin.
To Natalie Portman, who also isn't dead. Sorry. Okay. Sarah Hightower, researcher and expert on Japanese cults, told Vice News. Happy Science, founded in October 1986 by Ryuho Okawa, a former Wall Street trader, nice, who claims to be the reincarnation form of the Buddha, who himself was reincarnated from the El Cantari, a god from Venus, who created life on Earth millions of years ago. Happy Science was officially recognised as a religious group in Japan in 1991, quickly gained a huge following and made Okawa a very rich man.
Wow.
An estimate from 1991 put the group's annual revenues at around $45 million.
Oh, God. No, the people just piss their money away on religious stuff.
Yeah.
It's just depressing.
So that's the sound kind of reasoning and thinking. I think that's the only person that is vaguely connected to the word science that they would allow at Cpac, though. So.
It really is. It is just, it's a cult. It's a series of cults.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because when I was growing up, conservatives wanted to pride themselves on being the party of ideas, and intellectuals, George Will and William F. Buckley and all these sorts of, foppish rightists lecturing us all on how superior they were. And now it's literally just random cultists encouraging each other.
Indeed, yeah. No, it's an interlinked series of different cults, be it Falun Gong or Happy Science. Happy Science sounds cool. Well, that's the kind of thing you should call a cult. Don't call it like some doomsday bullshit. Happy Science. Fluffy kittens! Call it something like that. That's a little bit of advice for all of you aspiring cult leaders.
Fuzzy Kittens cult.
Exactly. Who wouldn't join the Fuzzy Kittens cult?
Yes. Did
Communists.
You guys throw money at you?
Apparently so. Thank you to Neat Feet for following. PE01B6. Thank you for that slightly annoyingly lettered and numbered name. 300 bits. Thank you very much. What's the difference between this stream and Texas's power infrastructure? This stream is winterized.
Nice.
That is
very nice. Very good.
That is
very
both
good.
a nice.
Very good.
That is both a very nice joke and true.
Yes. Well, you win the chat best comment of the hour for the 8 o'clock to 8:35
Indeed
section.
And Navigator BR subscribed for 6 months. We're 2/3 of the way to a stream, baby. You and I. 6 months, half a year. Indeed. Yeah, that's literally true. Thank you. You can go and follow me on Twitch. The links are below. You can also subscribe to me, which will cost you fuck all if you've got Amazon Prime. But if you haven't, then it will cost you that. I'm good at self-promotion.
There you go.
Anyway, yes, so that's all of those things are available. Also, streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875 for your super chats, because YouTube aren't giving me a fucking penny. And their algorithm is literally up my arse.
What?
I'm saying they're fucking me.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're sad on them right now?
Yeah, well, it's yeah. I'm riding the algorithm.
Kegel.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they call it Kegel because the K-Man's doing it. So, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, God. Let's
anyway,
hear it.
Ted Cruz screaming.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Not just that, screaming, a movie reference from the 90s.
In the immortal words of William Wallace, freedom!
Oh, God. That he thinks a movie is real.
Couple of points. Couple of quick points for you, Theodore. Firstly, get over yourself. Secondly,
Yeah.
William Wallace didn't really say that. That's not how any
No.
of that operated.
That was
film
Mel Gibson.
is one of the most farcically inaccurate historical films ever. Most notably, I think, considering the pedophiles that exist within the conservative movement, might find this bit interesting. The Queen, who he fucks in the movie, not only did they not meet because she was never in the country during his lifetime, but she was 7 when he was executed. Just saying.
Yeah, they took some liberties there with the script.
Yeah, and thirdly, you said in the immortal words, plural, and then screamed one word, freedom.
Yeah, Kevin the pedant.
Well, I think it's only fair. If you're an ideas man, know the difference between singular and plural.
You're a Harvard grad.
Yeah, exactly. I thought Canadians were better than this, but clearly not. Anyway, we talked about this guy, Hans Pekowski. Do you remember? He was the historian that was like on Trump's 1776 project, and was like the worst guy on there. Like he was.
Right. There's so many terrible people, but yeah, I vaguely remember that conversation. Looking it up now.
Indeed. So yeah, Cpac invited him onto a panel on voter fraud, which we have a little clip of in a second. Heritage Foundation's Hans Pekowski was introed as someone who has always been proven right. A federal judge once ruled that his misleading statements undermined his credibility. Okay. So
yeah, right wing right. As in, it makes me happy. It gives me the tingles in my special places when he talks about stuff.
Indubitably. And thank you to Zanzi for following on Twitch. Sarah, yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So this is the. They had an entire thing going on about how it was definitely stolen, yo.
So, Roy set it up for us perfectly. If we had actually followed those principles, we wouldn't be sitting here today talking about an election that none of us can wrap our heads around. And we're going to talk about the how, but before we do, let's find out what happened. Why didn't the judges, why didn't the media, why didn't they look at all this evidence that was collecting everywhere?
What evidence?
Here's,
the judges can only look at what's presented, and Rudy said they weren't presenting a case of fraud.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's nothing. They looked at it and went, there's nothing here. So, yeah, another thing, a lot of COVID denial stuff.
Oh, great.
1,130 criminal convictions for vote fraud. No, not accusations, not indictments, but criminal convictions.
Wait, was that 130
of them.
1,130.
Oh, in a nation of 300 million?
And I don't know over what period of time that is, because they don't give the reference, so again,
that's a 10-year period.
Yeah, that which is given without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. I don't care. It's a made-up number.
Fraud is just some right-wing hallucination.
It is.
The November 2020 election was a nightmare. Judges and other officials made last-minute rule changes that only state legislators were authorized to enact, as the U.S. Constitution requires.
No, that was literally not true. That was found to be
the courts. Yeah, the courts. It's checks and balances, separation of powers, and everyone. All the branches were in agreement.
Yeah, indeed. And last one, just in case you were wondering about Ted Cruz's claim about there not being a civil war in the Republican Party.
Yeah.
The man with. I mean, I don't know that I'm in a position to be judging about tall foreheads right now, given the look I'm going for tonight. Look at that. Look how tall that is. That's like fucking Mount Everest of hair.
It adds like an extra 4 inches to you.
I don't need an extra 4 inches. It's fine. I could, honestly, 4 more inches could be potentially dangerous. That's all I'm saying.
It dovetails with what Mitch McConnell said previously about his own candidate recruitment process in the Senate. He said that all that matters to him is electability. And that's troubling to me. I think we should actually stand for stuff. I think we should back candidates who share a common value system, because if all we care about is winning elections, then we don't have the ability to actually govern around a principle, around an ideology. And that's what President Trump provided for us. Here's the truth, Harris.
What
ideology?
Other than his self-aggrandizement, I see no ideology.
Well, maybe that is it. Maybe they're happy with that.
Well, I mean, that was basically their platform at their last convention. Whatever Trump thinks is fine. Essentially.
Well, exactly, yeah. And clearly therefore they wouldn't care about electability because he lost. So.
Yeah.
if a lot of these Washington-based so-called Republican leaders took the stage today, they'd get booed off the stage in Florida. Like, do you think that this crowd behind me would cheer Mitch McConnell or Liz Cheney? They wouldn't. You know, those folks would
Civil War. It's the media.
Yeah, it's totally made up. It's a media.
Mm-hmm.
It's a media lie. There's no split in the Republican Party.
That's just the media trying to gin up a war.
That's just a conservative congressperson saying that the conservative leader in the Senate would be booed by this conservative crowd. Unity.
Yep.
Like to pack the place with their own staffers just to get an applause. And so I think that there is a divide between the energy in the Republican movement and the conservative movement and the leadership. And I plan to be here for all of the great patriots who want to rally around the America First agenda and hopefully re-elect President Trump in 2024.
Oh, they're delusional. They're absolutely fucking delusional.
Yep.
He does. Yeah. He does look like a parody of a real person. You're correct. Whereas I'm doing it for a joke. That's his actual look.
Yes. Yes. He puts product in it to keep it like that.
Exactly.
Whereas you just run your
There's
fingers
no product here.
And don't wash.
Yeah. And don't wash. What? No, it's not a matter of not washing. I've gone full...
it's always like that?
I've gone Cameron Diaz with it.
Okay, oh, yes, with a spunk in as hair.
Well,
gel.
It's gel. It's ear gel, Kristi. Talking about doing movie references from the 90s, eh?
Oh
anyway.
God.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the sort of choice cuts so far from Cpac. I'll probably end up doing some live shit over the weekend on it because I think Trump is due to speak at some point and it'll be dumb. So.
Oh, that's gonna yes. I mean, we'll see how much he's declined.
Do you think he'll walk out in a bathrobe? That would be funny. Not just that.
He's gonna be jerking off with a flag, kissing it and tonguing it last time.
No, if he comes out in a bathrobe, but like old man style, so you can see a hint of scrot. Like it's not fully done up.
Yes.
Definitely he's coming out like that. Definitely. He'll have bits of chicken wings still stuck to his face. A beer hat. Oh, please wear a beer hat. Oh no, he's teetotal, isn't he? Bollocks. Oh.
Yeah.
Like even with drinking, he's weird. Everything about it. No, actually, I shouldn't say that. If you're teetotal, that's fine. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So that's the bit from Cpac. Basically, it's a cavalcade of nutters.
Yes.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
Did we want to do infrared?
Oh.
As a thing before we go on to Syria.
Yes, which is more serious.
Great news there. Fuck me. Infrared. I suppose I should show you this, shouldn't I? The messages. Hang on, I'll get it off screen first.
The messages?
Yeah, because I've been Twitter DMing with him.
Oh, right. Oh, by the way, someone was saying I was hoping for a quiet Friday night. Does he have sort of like bearing sense where if he's being talked about?
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
And then he comes over. All right.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's around now, but when I put his name in the title, he's there. Like a fucking crow with the shiny thing. He can't not. He can't help himself. Anyway.
Is this where he owns you?
Well, I have been completely owned by him. Obviously.
All right. Well, let's see what you have to do to own Kevin.
Right. So there's. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but we had the thing on stream where he's going. Oh,
you know that people can't see that at all, right?
Fucking people.
I mean, they're going to start complaining to me. Yeah, that's better.
Complaining to me.
Oh my God, I can't see the thing you're reading. And
anyway,
it's a show on YouTube, not a podcast.
He thinks he's going to reach 100k subs, which is fucking mental. I said, suck my dong, and left it there.
Okay. How did it start?
Oh, right. Well, I did a joke because there's been some rumour around that he paid $200 to go on the Vosh stream. I don't know if that's actually true or not. He's certainly denying it. Why isn't it loading? Oh, I don't know. It won't load for me. Let's see if I can collapse it and bring it back up. It might do a thing. No?
Yeah, it's still spinning. That's weird.
I don't know. It won't do it anyway.
Well, anyway, fix it. Put it back the way it was.
What are you on about? It is the way it was. What are you on about? Look.
Oh, okay. Oh, you changed to where the screen was located. Okay, because I have to look over in the far corner now to see it. That's all.
Anyway, so
what are all your insults? You want to come on for a chat then? When now? Okay.
Otherwise, we have to schedule for next week. That's not how it works, kid. I'm older than this man. I challenge you means we schedule a debate. I'm not at home. Stop trying to back out of this. I haven't responded to him. He's just being weird. I'm not paying $10. I'm not coming on. That's because how it started. He said, I challenge you to a debate. And I said, $10, that's my rule. I'm cheaper than Vosh. Right? And he's had a fucking bug up his ass about that the entire time. Debate me or else you submit. And I said, you already submitted to me, you little bitch. Right, and I haven't actually read this next message, so...
Okay, let's see.
It says, hang on, now I need to... There we go. I see the effects of my mental domination have not worn of...
Okay.
I don't expect them to. You will be thinking about me for the rest of your streaming career. I own you.
He's like Sargon. He's a mind reader. Amazing.
He is.
Amazing.
Absolute.
Oh, please. No, let's go over more of this. This is good. Please keep going.
Anyway, so
no.
Well, no, we'll look at the stream we did with Vosh. It's very similar.
No, but I want to see all of the ways you insult him. Like,
oh no, I just said mainly I like eat my ass and stuff. Like I wasn't putting a lot of effort into it. Yeah. So this is Tanky destroys Vosh.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Okay, Vosh, what's up? What's up? See, before we get into anything, I want to say, why don't we begin this by being respectful? Let's begin this being respectful. Infrared will show respect to people who show us respect.
He's talking in the third person?
He does. He refers to himself in the third person. Now, to be fair, his name is Has. He kept saying in the Twitter thing about you submit to Has. And I was like, who the fuck's Has? Apparently that's his name. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, because Infrared, there seems to be a few more of the other people. And they have really boring conversations about, like, Maoist interpretations of the King Kong movies or something, like just really tedious. And then this nutcase, who's one of them, goes on to places like Vosh and Xander Hall and stuff and screams at them.
Okay, and I mean, how long is this clip? Will I understand why he's screaming at him by the end of it?
Oh no, well, because he's mentally unwell, basically.
Okay.
This is 16.5 minutes.
Oh my goodness! All right, I'm gonna buckle in. But also, I mean, is it just like, is I too much of a possessive first-person pronoun that it goes against his anti-capitalism?
That, as we will find out, Kristi, is Anglo-Saxon. What was it? Anglo-Saxon empiricist hegemony.
What?
Just listen and learn.
God. Yes, I'm missing people using the word hegemony. It brings me back to talking with my IDA friends.
Because he hates identity politics, but every time a white person says something, they're an Anglo-Saxon empiricist, something cuck.
What's wrong with empiricism?
Numbers are bad, except YouTube subscriber numbers, which are good.
Well, wait. How did Marx do his analysis? If not,
he literally called it scientific socialism. But these people are just mental, Kristi. So just don't expect consistency. He's an idiot.
Okay.
Constructive, respectful conversation. What do you think about that, my friend?
Okay, I agree to those terms, but only after an initial period of disrespect, which I'll begin by saying,
But you won't win that fight. You don't want to do that fight. You don't want to do that fight.
My Reddit and my chat debate Infrared. What are you doing? Why are you spamming me?
I am not spamming you. That is the power of Infrared's chat, my friend. We are so powerful right now. You have 8K viewers, and I have 100 viewers.
First, pause. It makes no sense to be disrespectful and then try to bring it back to respect, Vosh. I think, he admitted to this tactic. He likes to haul people up who are annoying him and then berate them and put them on their back foot. But if you actually want to be respectful, it's probably better to start out being respectful than to, this bullshit of let's be disrespectful and then be respectful.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he intended to be respectful at any point because this guy doesn't deserve it,
Yeah, but then also just be fucking honest, But also, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Infrared.
Yeah.
is more high energy than your chat. I'm sorry to say, man, I can't control them. They're crazy out of control. We're wild, bro. We're growing so fast, and we are the future of the left on YouTube. I'm sorry to tell you.
And I'm out of control cringing, so it's, you know, it fits. That power, that energy, we're matching it. All right, let's do it. Hit me with your best arguments. You a tanky? That's what people say.
I'm 100% tanky, 100% Stalinist, 100% Maoist, Marxism, Leninism in the age of multipolarity and the post-COVID world.
He's 400%, Kristi.
He's the Marxist man, bear, pig +1.
He is. He's the Marxist, Maoist, Stalinist, man, bear, pig.
He's 400% of 100% of all of those things.
Exactly. He's a genius. He's a genius. He's the future of multipolarity, whatever the fuck that means.
I have no idea.
Okay, hit me up. What? I assume you're familiar with some of my arguments.
I am familiar with some of your arguments. So let's see, where do we want to begin? Let me paint a broad brush and let's capture a bunch of arguments in one argument. Your view of liberalism, which is also bundled up with your view of American unipolarity, your slander and demonization of Russia as a fascist power, your defense of American unipolar liberal world order against the specter of fascism. And then we can bridge that to your views on the Capitol Hill riots, your endorsement for voting for Biden, that kind of, I want to weave these threads together and we want to get together.
Synthesize.
What's that?
Synthesize, bring it all together.
Exactly.
Engage in the dialectic. Take these differing perspectives, unify them. What do we got?
Precisely. Okay. So as I'm familiar with your argument, okay, this is how I'm going to sum it up. Basically, your idea is that it's an arithmetic, right? Liberalism is greater than fascism, better than fascism. Then therefore, socialists or communists should be pro-liberal against the fascists. Basically, that's your argument, right?
Yeah, I don't think that it's worthwhile to attack liberalism if the outcome of that attack would be a descent into fascism. I think that you need to ensure that your critiques of liberalism lead you to a better place, not a worse one.
Are you familiar with Hegel's master-slave dialectic?
I am familiar with Hegel's master-slave dialectic.
Okay, so you know it's a battle for recognition. What is the battle for recognition? What is its linchpin? It's a fight to see who is willing to die, right?
Sure.
Two people go at it. Whoever's proving they have more balls, they're more willing to die. Basically, they win out. They become the master, right?
I'm not entirely sure if that's a faithful interpretation of the Hegelian concept, but
it's a fight to the death, right?
What?
Fight to the death, right?
Sure.
It's about a fight for the death, proving your life. It's the fight to the death to prove your life. That's the master-slave dialectic.
Let's allegorical. I'm telling you, politics is the same shit. You have some type of order. You have the state. You have the status quo. Whoever is willing to risk its death with the most courage and with an alternative vision, if you're not willing to risk the death of the liberal order, then you prove your weakness, and then like Bernie did, then the fascists are going to come and devour you, like how you're saying. But I even object to the view that Trump is a fascist and that there is really a specter of fascism.
Yeah.
All right. Someone asked, does this make sense in poli-sci terms? One, there's a difference between political theory and political science.
Yeah.
And the other the other challenge is that we're dealing with 19th century understandings of these terms, and he's trying to put them into a 21st century context inside politics. So can you do this? Yeah, but is this good political theory? Would this get published? No. No.
Yeah. I think you're going to especially like how he responds to being asked for a definition of fascism.
Oh, excellent. Wonderful. Cool.
Yeah.
It's coming from the right-wing populists.
It's interesting. It's crazy how tankies tend to be like the most pro-fascist people that you'll find outside of fascism.
I said he wasn't a fascist. I said I don't agree he's a fascist, actually. You seem to be supporting the Ukrainian fascists and Alexei Navalny, who is close to being a Russian ethno-fascist, and you called him a fucking civic nationalist. Why is Navalny a civic nationalist, but everyone else is a fascist? Can you answer that question?
Well, fascists are fascists.
But why is Navalny a civic nationalist, but Trump is a fascist? None of them call themselves fascists, according to you. Navalny made a video comparing Muslims. He compared Muslims to cockroaches who should be exterminated, and you called him a civic nationalist. Why is he a civic nationalist?
Why would a fascist call themselves a fascist? Wouldn't that kind of give the game away?
Okay, do you think Navalny's a fascist?
I think that Navalny has some very bad tendencies.
Is he a
but
fascist?
I think on the whole, he's better than Putin. I don't think he's a fascist.
Wait. Putin, for all his problems and his social conservatism or whatever, which is what you're aiming at, Putin is not a racist.
Putin is not a racist. Kristi?
Gee, that's news.
Yeah.
What is it because he's killing off other white people?
Possibly.
Okay.
I would argue that he ought to look, if he's worried about people not looking after Muslims very well, I would ask him to look at the way in which the Muslims of southern Russia have been treated by Muslims of Chechnya have been treated by Putin. I would call it genocide.
Yes. Also, someone in the chat I saw in your Twitch chat when you switched screens was saying this is not the Hegelian idea of the slave or the master slave thing. So go look it up afterwards, or we could go to Wikipedia because I'm sure this guy is not right about it. I'm just saying that you can waffle on about anything, and when you're doing pub philosophy, it could be quite
slave master dialectic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This again is according to. Wikipedia, so pinch of salt, but let's go.
It's a good place to start, and then you get to the experts and you can go read more deeply, but they'll be accurate.
The master-slave dialectic is a common name for the famous passage of George Friedrich Hegel's Phenomenology of Spirit, though the original phrase blah-de-blah is more translated
Herrschaft and Knechtenschaft.
I'm sure you want to connect with a shaft, yes, I'm sure you do. It's more properly translated as lordship and bondage. I'm sure you want that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is widely considered a key element in
Mistressship.
Pardon?
Mistressship.
Yes. Philosophical system, and has heavily influenced many subsequent philosophers. The passage describes in narrative form the development of self-consciousness as such in an encounter between that are thereby, i.e. emerging only from this encounter, two distinct self-conscious beings. The essence of the dialectic is the movement of, or motion of recognizing in which the two self-consciousnesses are constituted in being each recognized as self-conscious by the other. The movement, inexorably taken to its extreme, takes the form of a struggle to the death. Oh, okay. In which one master, beherrscht the other, only to find that such lordship makes the very recognition he had sought impossible, since the bondsman in this state is not free to offer it.
All right, so it's a narrative being a development of self-consciousness as such as in an encounter. It's not literally to the death.
Okay.
He's kind of completely, yes. He should read the wiki passage to understand where he went wrong. It's that simple.
Well, maybe he did and just took the struggle to the death and went, well, I understand that concept.
Yeah, I'll just pick that up and then apply it here.
That works.
You got to be able to kill liberalism if you want to win the revolution or whatever.
Navalny's a fucking racist.
Okay, hold on. Let's wait. I don't even care to get into this. Do you want to roll back to the substantial argument you have against what we were talking about?
Yeah, it all goes back to the same thing. You're picking and choosing what is or isn't fascism, and based on that, you're shilling for the liberal status quo, which is actually historically speaking, liberals, English liberal elites, are the ones who funded fascism. It was their pet fucking project. The real enemy of communism has always been the liberal elites and the liberal world order.
What? What? I'm sorry, but it seems to me that there was more direct hatred of communism coming from fascists.
I was about to say, please tell me the liberal governments that were putting socialists in the meat grinder.
Now, admittedly, within the legal framework they operated in, we had the Red Scare, we had the McCarthyism, we had blacklisting, right? We had all of that, but people weren't jailed over it and nobody was executed in a liberal democracy. I think as a communist, you'd rather work with a liberal democracy than go up against fascism, because the fascists always hated the communists.
Yeah.
What?
A definition of fascism, okay?
No, see, here's the thing with BreadTube. They see, we have a meme among our infrared people. We call your definition mongering the reduction of the meaning of words to more strings of words, the Anglo box. You think
So definitions of things are strings of other words and therefore meaningless. And they're the Anglo bucks, but we hate identity politics.
Yes, but also understand my precise meaning of master and servant or slave or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Fight to the death. Understand the meaning of that, but not this word over here.
Yeah.
I don't do empiricism. Who does
meaning of
empiricism?
The people of the 15th century, Kristi.
Yes, before it like sort of existed as a coherent body of thought. Yes, I'm sorry.
Marx literally called himself a scientist. Now, I think that's a slight misuse of the term, but you understand where he's coming from. He's trying to make an actual empirical analysis of social movements and therefore what to do a revolution. And this guy's like, no, I'm 100% Marxist, but fuck that number shit.
Yes, he was aspiring to the kind of, rigorous thinking and predictions and observation.
Yeah.
And in the other social sciences like sociology.
Yeah, and also wrote the was it Lenin? I think who wrote Socialism, Utopian and Scientific. Basically making the definition between dreamers and people who actually wanted to do some shit. And the point being that he calls himself Marxist-Leninist and doesn't appear to understand any of the things that those people wrote.
Not yet.
He's a Stalinist in that he likes moustaches. Okay, so that's fine.
Of words is premised by something.
As pointed out by Haruka in the chat, though, some people do have Anglo boxes.
That's true. I don't mind eating the occasional Anglo box. You know what I'm saying?
Someone wrote somewhere.
Kevin takes it up a notch.
Of course I do. I take it right up the notch. Oh.
The belly button notch? Is that the one?
Oh no, we don't go back to fucking cottage cheese belly button hick. Good lord.
Flaking off.
Just sloughing off chunks of spunk. No one needs this.
A concept.
What is fascism as a historical phenomena? What historically has that word referred to in concrete terms?
I think you're
That's the question.
Don't ask me to define fascism, though. I think you're a fascist.
Why do you think I'm a fascist? You don't even know who I am. You've never even heard of infrared and you're calling me a fascist?
How do I need to know who you are? If words don't need to have definitions, then just tell me who you are.
No. Words have sense. Words have meaning, but that meaning in that sense is not reducible to some formalistic, preemptive string of words that's written in a stone tablet.
I love that he decries strings of words and then just does strings of meaningless words.
Defining his opposition to definitions.
Yeah. You want a definition of a thing, you fucking Anglo box. Shut up.
I mean, okay, here's my most charitable interpretation of his point. Not of what he's saying, but of his point. In that, if you take a word such as a crime, right? That is not it's not like doing 2 + 2 = 4. What is considered a crime evolves and changes over time, yada, yada, yada. However, that is not to say that having agreed upon definitions, even if they vary slightly, in order to capture the essence of that meaning, is not a waste of time, and it is completely valid to draw upon them.
I think, for people who were watching yesterday, I think my friend Andrew Richardson, who has now been blocked on Twitch, by the way, has got back in touch with me under a different name. So this will be a fresh one for Kristi. Where are we? Come on now. A person called Andrew Richardson, 92, who was either born in 92 or was a 92-year-old, got in touch with me yesterday to write lots of crazy shit, in caps. And I presume this is the same person who's contacted me under Machiavelli 2223, which brings up the interesting theory that he could be 2,223 years old, which would be fun.
Yes. Or he was born on February 2nd of 2023, and he's come back.
Exactly. So which just goes to show you they've definitely invented time travel in the future, and he's come back to tell us.
By the way, slurs.
Oh, lots of slurs. My favourite being yesterday, they meant to write your, but wrote our, and said, our mum is fascist prick cock. Good stuff.
I want that on a t-shirt.
Yes, don't we all? They got back in touch with me. So, you arsler, moron with an accent over the second O.
Moron.
Maroon. Prick, dumbass, cancer lib shit. You're a, full stop, complete loser cuck, the biggest cancer in the world, who can only laugh like a 5-year-old dickhead.
Well, I mean, that part's true.
I mean,
But
that's
you know
is
that
this
about yourself.
is this my dating profile now? What's going on here? Stop stealing MH oxygen. That's not the chemical symbols for oxygen, you fool.
Is that my? Maybe?
I think so.
My
Yeah.
oxygen?
Your mum is a whore. Well, good for her. I'm glad she's earning. Should have aborted you. True. Fat fuck. Maroon. True. Children in Africa should eat you, dumb fuck. Oh, sorry, dim fuck.
Dimba fuck.
Well, I'm glad that children in Africa should eat me. Are you suggesting that?
Is this infrared?
I don't know. But are you suggesting that the solution to starvation in Africa is pardon?
You.
Well, I was going to go just more with cannibalism in general, because I don't think.
No,
I mean, I am a fat bastard, but there is like 1 billion people or some shit in Africa, so like we'll need more than we're going to need a bigger carcass, you know. Again, they're against identity politics. Anglo cancer, infrared demolished you. We haven't even talked. What are you talking about? Guerrilla gang. Oh,
That's why I think it might be infrared.
It might
because in the messages he claimed to have, made you submit or whatever.
Yeah, for some reason they call themselves Guerrilla Gang and they spam gorilla emotes and stuff. Guerrilla Gang, high energy chat, Vosh and Zan getting destroyed in every way, shape, colon, in every way, shape, add form. Infrared cannot be stopped.
Maybe it'd be interesting to go into their Discord and do an analysis of the language used by the different accounts and see if it's just a lot of them are infrared pretending to be other people.
Possibly. Pathetic, and then separately, you loser. And then, actually, just points out a correct thing. It was Marx who wrote. I said Lenin. It was actually Marx who wrote Utopian Scientific. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But just remember, your mum is a whore. Should have aborted you.
Well, I like dim fuck.
Dim fuck. Yeah. You, the biggest cancer in the world, who can only laugh like a 5-year-old dickhead. I'm Kevin Logan, and I approve this message.
Yeah, can you take that as like one of the endorsements for your channel?
Yeah, I'll put that as one of the, if I ever get together like a poster quote or something.
Yeah,
if I ever write a book, and I need like a thing at the back and the blurb, then we can go with that. Anyway, so that's my new friend.
Someone did a movie poster of the Happy Hour.
Did
Put
they?
that review under. No. If someone did a movie poster, then that would be like one of the testimonials under Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Logan, dumb fuck who laughs like a 5-year-old, biggest cancer ever. Kevin Logan's mum. I am a whore, and I should have aborted him. Yes, that is true. That's the quote that she would. Actually, still my favourite quote for a book ever was there was a book of Banksy art. You know Banksy, the street artist who does it on walls and random places around the world. He there was a book of his artwork, and the quote was from the Metropolitan Police Public Relations Department, and the quote was, "I'm not giving you a quote for the front of your stupid fucking book." That's brilliant. That's trolling at its best. There, right there.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Where are we? Yes.
Somewhere. That's a ridiculous reduction of human meaning to fucking dictionaries. Dude, where do you think people writing the dictionaries get the fucking words from that they're defining the words from? They get it from actual reality. If you're going to reduce the meaning of words to another string of words, then guess what? There's no meaning to words at all. Everything's just self-referential. There has to be a bit of actual reality to give meaning to the fucking words. And let me tell you something else, Vosh. Let me tell you something else, Vosh. If what you're actually...
You just went...
Yeah, I think he might inadvertently be drifting toward Wittgenstein in some like tangential ways here, but I don't think he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
I think he's just being provocative.
Yes. We actually had a thing as well. Someone did a thing.
Kevin.
Yeah, thank you to Political Puppies continuing their gift sub to Cunty Bollocks, and I'm sure there was another one, wasn't there? Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's too good.
Thank you to Dark Zone if you can do continuing their gift sub to Bilderberg. Mucho apreciado. Anyway, I've skipped back so we can see it in its full glory.
It's just self-referential. There has to be a bit of actual reality to give meaning to the fucking words. And let me tell you something else, Vosh. Let me tell you something else, Vosh, by the way. If what you're actually asking,
I'm downloading that right now.
No, Vosh. I'm talking. Like usually, you get people going, no. Let me just say this. Let me just finish my sentence. But he took it to a different level.
I mean, Sargon, to his credit, never did that.
No, he didn't ever do that.
No, he didn't.
No. That is true.
You're taking it to a whole nother level. You're like a
listen. If what you are asking is for me to simplify what I think fascism is, that's fine. But I'm not going to give you a definition that's going to hold for every possible context and every possible scenario. I think there's no fucking such thing. But if you want me to sum it up, I'll say this: fascism is a historical phenomena that was that emerged in the 20s and 30s, a period that was an objective social revolution in the forces of production and in politics. You had the New Deal, you had the British welfare state, you had social democracy, and then you had Soviet communism. All of these were united by the fact that there was some kind of objective social revolution defining the era. Fascism was specifically fascism. This is how it sum up fascism. Ready? Fascism is liberalism. Fascism is liberalism as it enters into a contradiction with itself.
Thoughts?
You go first. You've seen this a couple times. What do you make of that?
I don't think he knows the meaning of virtually any of the words he uses.
Well, I mean, he's kind of practicing what he preaches in that way.
Yeah, true. Empiricism, knowledge of things is irrelevant. He knows how to make the sounds with his face hole.
Correct.
And that's all you need. You don't need to know what those words mean, what those sounds actually...
Use them.
Yeah. Language is not about the transmission of knowledge or of information to make it communicable to other people. It's about making sounds.
Sounds that sound good together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not about actually, transmitting any information. It's just about making yourself feel erect.
Yes, or wet. Or whatever you feel, tingly.
Well, if you feel wet, if I feel wet, then I know I should have kegled harder.
I'm just saying, not everything is from a penile point of view.
Well, considering they've both got penises, the people on the screen, I believe.
That's true. Yes, and all three of you actually on my screen.
True.
So I was just saying, for representation, I was just going to pipe up with.
Don't be bringing your identity politics into this sausage fest.
Sex jokes. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't bring the wokeness into your dick jokes.
Exactly. No one wants woke dick jokes. Actually, I would. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Anyway, so he's an idiot. It's the basic point.
Yes.
Fascism is the psychosis of liberalism. The psychosis of liberalism. The liberal order of the 19th century and liberal democracy objectively collapsed in this period of the 20s and the 30s. Right?
So what is a fascist government like? Like, give me some characteristics.
You just look at the example of most of these things are on the surface, Vosh. Nazi Germany called itself fascist, so did Italy. So it's kind of something on the surface. Look at those governments.
Characteristics. Like, give me like some characteristics. Like, what I'm looking at a fascist government. What does it look like? Paint a picture for me.
So Nazi Germany and Italy. You want me to paint a picture of those governments?
Yeah, well, no, not just those two, but fascism in general.
Well, you're trying to create an abstraction that doesn't actually exist in reality, but is something that exists in thin air. What is it? There's no. Listen, your idealism, Vosh, your idealism,
We can't create a more loose representation to see the connection between things.
No.
Wow. We can't have the word art unless you can only refer to actual physical things that are art. You can't talk about art generically or understand what elements of art are. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This is an interesting way to see the world.
An incorrect one, I would say.
Well, it is prone to, I think, being contradicted by empirical takes.
True. But that's Anglo-Saxon box thinking, Kristi.
Yes. Everyone get your Anglo-Saxon boxes out.
Exactly.
Vosh, you believe that there's some abstract criterion of it's an eternal platonic idea or some shit that's actually manifesting itself in reality.
Are you aware of what any of the words you're using mean?
Yes, I am. Call my bluff. Call my bluff, Vosh. Vosh, unlike Vosh, listen, Vosh. Unlike you.
He needs to do that again. It worked first time.
Just do.
I know what I'm talking about. I don't actually grift for socialism and shit. I've been researching this shit for almost a decade. I know what I'm talking about when I talk about Marxism and all these fucking topics. You don't.
I don't mind the yelling. It has to be back and forth. It can't just be one way or it's not fun. Okay. It has to be back. We'll wait for a bit. I think you stopped talking. Okay, you here, dude?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So, okay, I've unmuted you. So, this is only fun for me if it's like a little back and forth. I'll give you like 70-30. You can take the 70, but I gotta get at least 30.
Okay, have your 30. What's your 30? Tell me your 30.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna ask a couple of questions. You know, I'm a question asker. So first of all, my question is, and this is important, do you have any idea what any of these words mean? Because saying that I'm trying to invoke an abstraction by asking you for concrete definitions of what
What's so concrete about it?
This is the opposite of an abstraction.
Tell me what's so concrete about this definition you're asking for. There's nothing concrete about it. You're not asking me to locate something in actual reality. You're asking me to locate a string of words that applies to every single circumstance in every possible fucking way. Listen, Voss, let me tell you something. Isn't it kind of...
You want to hear shouty? I'll just literally just show you a few seconds of this one. I'll find a bit where he's screaming. He gets a bit too close to the microphone in this one.
Oh no.
He did a thing with
the dancey influence.
The whole fucking point. Laughing, you fucking stumbling cuck.
Logic is not
States like you.
So do you think it's okay to call out British imperialism despite not living there?
Yes, I do. Yes, I fucking do. Because America has inherited the British.
It was that for half an hour.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Mental.
Yeah. Yep, this guy likes to shout.
He does.
Loves to shout.
Curious? Isn't it kind of curious? Isn't it okay, Vosh, for example? Isn't it kind of curious that if you define fascism preemptively in the way you're saying, you can fucking apply it to the Soviet Union, to China, to North Korea, to communist states as well? What?
That is kind of curious, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because you're prejudiced by Anglo-Saxon liberalism, according to which everything outside of liberalism equals fascism. That's why you call every non-Western, every non-Anglo-Saxon white person a fucking fascist.
Ooh, bringing your liberal identity fetishism in here.
Yes.
This is
like,
outrageous.
Monarchy isn't fascist. I mean, I think the problem here is that sort of slide between the way that fascism is authoritarian and so are many other forms of like a dictatorship.
Yeah.
So the issue here is authoritarianism, and then fascism has its own kind of like flavor that goes along with that.
Yeah,
like monarchy.
In the Venn diagram, authoritarianism is the big circle, and fascism is a circle inside that circle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very little.
You called me a fascist. You called me a fascist, Vosh. You could detect in my fucking.
He is, by the way. He denies various genocides. He's a very, very nasty little boy.
Voice, I'm an Arab, and you called me a fascist.
Well, again, why is you being an Arab?
Identity? Yeah.
Why is that relevant to anything? Marketplace of ideas, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of like random things being thrown out here that I don't see a connection for at all.
This is like the Gish Gallop come to life.
Yes. But if it's yelled on the microphone at you all the time.
Yeah.
Racist. You're a Western chauvinist, right?
No, I don't see race. I just assume that
you don't. But you believe in American unipolar imperialism and the American boot that's down on the fucking necks of the peoples of the world in the name of defending against fascism. And you accuse the forces of world anti-imperialism of being fascist, and you slander them on this basis. What a despicable thing, Vosh. How
are you engaging in liberal identity politics right now? Hey, you said that. Hold on. Wait. I'm getting it now. You said that liberalism is when it meets a contradiction.
Yes.
Fascism.
Yes.
And
do I need liberalism? So according to you,
I need to mute you because I'm on a brain blast right now. So you said that you are not a liberal, but you're engaging in liberal identity politics. So there's a contradiction there. So you're a liberal engaging in a contradiction. You're a fascist, bro. Now I know.
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
Through showing, not telling.
Hey, guess what, dumbass? Vosh, you muted me because you know I'm gonna demolish you when you unmute me.
Because I wanted to preserve.
Am I unmuted? Am I unmuted? Am I unmuted? Am I unmuted?
You're unmuted.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Let me respond to that, Vosh. First of all,
I like pointing out he gets followed at this point by someone called Polish Nationalist 69.
Yes. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
You get the audience you deserve, Has.
The idea that you need to be a liberal to recognize Anglo-Saxon chauvinism and white supremacy is a joke. It's almost quite the contrary, actually. Oftentimes, what you're calling liberal identity politics is actually a vehicle for Anglo-Saxon chauvinism and white supremacy to disguise itself in opportunistic terms. Second of all, this is my fucking issue with her. This is my issue with your definition mongering, Vosh. And you know when you let me speak, I'm gonna beat you. You are demolished. You are wrecked. I am beating you right now.
What the fuck is wrong with him? Oh, he's like a 12-year-old. I wrecked you. I demolished you.
Yeah, honestly, this is just sad. Yes, again, like you said, like a 12-year-old in a chat room.
Indeed.
Chat, witness the downfall of your Titan. Infrared is rising. It's an objective fact.
It's rising. Can I get some R's for the infrared rising, please, people in the chat? Come on now. He's rising. Like bread. Like bread tube. No!
Let's continue. I told you fascism is liberalism psychosis, and you said this must be absurd. Every time there's any type of possible what I qualify as a contradiction, that must mean that you're fat. You're trying to see. This is how you fucking breadtube Destiny fucking B tier Destiny fucking YouTubers and content creators. You just copied off of Destiny's fucking style.
B for big dick.
Listen, Destiny's whole fucking axiomatic, systemic, whatever fucking thing, you're trying to make that compatible with socialism. Destiny is actually right when he's debating all of you fucking people. He's actually the consistent one. You're trying to mingle in Marxism and socialism, all this kind of shit with that, and Destiny's just the more fucking consistent one. That's why he wrecks all of you breadtube people in fucking debates. Whenever I watch a debate between you guys and Destiny, Destiny's always won. Can you
Am I right or wrong? Or is the English language derivative of Eurocentric colonialism? Is this motherfucker speaking English at me right now? Is that unironic?
See, Vosh. This is the fucking point, Vosh. The reason you defend child pornography is because you don't understand you don't understand that meaning can't be reducible in this robotic, mechanical fucking way to more strings of words. So based on this abstract robotic arithmetic of yours, you found equivalences to lead you to the conclusion that actually there's nothing wrong with holding child pornography because you know what? You're actually having computers from the middle of Central Africa. Therefore, I can say a sociopathic, completely antisocial, fucking anti-human thing, and it all works out. Is that what meaning means to you?
He's intense, isn't he, this lad?
He's just gone off on a tear. Yeah.
There's no stopping him.
No.
Yes, Tony Blakeway. Thank you for giving $1. Again, streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875 if you'll want to. Hey Kev, have you seen this thread? Mike Stutch's retweet about the shape of the Cpac stage being that of the NSDAP logo. Accident or deliberate? Thoughts? Let's have a look. Where we go? Go away. What we got here?
Why didn't you just drag that tab from one?
Oh, it kind of is. Yeah. Oh shit. It kind of is. There's that logo, which is that logo.
Oh, right, yeah.
Shit, yeah. That kind of is. I mean, I think it's more just a slightly odd geometric shape thing. But they are Nazis, so I mean, it's possible. I don't know. It's just, it's ironic, though. It's ironic Nazism, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's how it works, I think.
Is that what meaning means to you? You lost, Vosh! You lost! It's a wrap! I won Vosh's chat! I just beat your fucking daddy! How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel? Infrared is rising. How does it feel? Tell me how it feels, Vosh.
It feels like I'm cringing and it hurts, so I think you are winning, actually.
Vosh. Infrared. You just made us fucking viral. You propelled us into the stratosphere by letting me on.
Stratosphere is 1.37 thousand subscribers. They're just... That's
Stratospheric.
Stratospheric. For an ant. That is the stratosphere. Yes.
You don't know where we came from, Vosh. You disrespected Caleb. It only took a crazy guy like me to teach you not to fuck with people, not to mess with people, not to.
Oh yeah, he's a Burger King stan, as well.
Great.
So lovely stuff.
Disrespect people like how you did with Caleb. I'm not Caleb.
Oh yeah, he's cut him off now and he doesn't even realise straight away.
With me like how you did to Caleb. You understand, Vosh? I'm not Caleb. He muted me.
Yeah.
What happened, Vosh? What happened? He left.
What do you think?
He left.
Full of people like that. Probably a troll, though. That guy really did sound like John Zerka, though. You guys know who John Zerka is? He's a Twitch streamer.
He surrendered.
I think he follows me. But John Zerka's like this.
Vosh surrendered. Vosh fucking surrendered. 150 viewers. He surrendered. Fucking Gorillas and Sons in the chat. He surrendered. Gorillas and Sons in the chat. Vosh surrendered.
How did he know how many people we had in our chat?
Ew.
Chad life.
I defeated your guy. I defeated Vosh.
Well, if you had the 50 in what you call it as well, that's 200. That's fine. I'm happy enough with that.
Oh yeah, with Twitch. Sorry, but just honestly, he just shouted at him the whole time, and now he's declaring victory.
Yeah, absolute nonsense. The man's fucking insane. He is. So the people have made the point, but he's the pigeon that shits on the chessboard and declares victory.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's done. He just knocks the chessboard over and declares victory. Yeah.
He fucking lost.
You totally lose. Yeah, I got blown out there. Whew. I got blown out volume-wise, at least. That was cancer, Vosh. I'm genuinely in pain. How much do I have to pay for this sadism? Well, that's the thing.
I beat your Vosh, all you fucking Vosh Simps in the chat. Vosh is done. Infrared is rising. Marxism, Leninism in the age of multipolarity.
Deeply, deeply unfair.
We beat him. Why
didn't you bring up Assad? It would have been a great time. Do you think there was any possibility to bring up any topic of conversation?
We beat him. We beat your fucking idol, your Titan Vosh.
Not only did we not get to an argument, we didn't even get to a premise setting up.
I can't even believe this went out on YouTube.
Yeah. So apparently he beat him. I don't know if you picked up on that little message at the end. No, that's victory there, right there. As soon as he made that noise, that was the victory bell, I think.
All right. Can we do Potato Head now? I should say.
We were going to do Syria.
Well, it's kind of a downer.
It is, but it's quite a big story.
Okay, it's okay. Emotional roller coaster, people. I wanted a softer landing. Kevin wants to just drop you right off a cliff.
Where are we? Syria. Where's the Syria thing? Yeah. Where is the fucking Syria thing?
Well, there's one in the bottom left-hand corner, but maybe go to scroll up and go to the tabs, go to the sections, and go to like world or something. Yeah.
Sections.
World. Well, how about go to...
Oh, we'll go to here. Russia says US only gave a few minutes warning before striking Syria.
Mm-hmm.
The British-based Iranian-backed fighters were killed. Right, okay, so let's just go with it. The Britain-based Syrian observatory.
The second line there, they're targeting military action to push toward back against violence tied to Tehran. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported Friday that 22 Iranian-backed fighters were killed when the strike at 1 a.m. local time Friday, 6 p.m. Thursday in Washington hit 3 truckloads of weapons crossing a border point from Iraq to Syria. It added to the death toll that the death toll could rise. Quote, our military was warned 4 or 5... Oh, that's the Russia bit. No offence, but I don't really understand Russia that well, so I'm not going to bother.
I'm surprised there's not a link to like another article covering it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, well, let's... There is this one. Death toll. Oh, no, that's a different thing. Yeah, that's very strange. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah. I mean, we talked about this off air, didn't we? That the... imperialism doesn't ever seem to stop in America.
No.
Sort of, I'm not entirely sure. Look, it's disgusting and I fucking hate it. Like, I really do. But I don't know. Hang on, that's not even on the screen properly. Apologies. I'm not sure that there's an American government that can stop this now. I think the military-industrial complex, and I hate that phrase really, but I think that's more powerful and can be instantly dealt with. I don't know that you can stop it that easily anymore.
Yeah, so when I first was doing my undergraduate, I was doing international relations. I was like on the Model UN team, and we went to New York, and we did really well and all that kind of stuff. And at that time, I understood international relations a lot better and followed it a lot more. And then I started specializing in elections. And as a consequence, I know deep, but I know mostly like American and British politics. And I haven't really kept up. Now, I'm not saying I approve of the bombings. I'm just saying I don't have a background to speak to what's going on, and I haven't read, but I'll do my homework for the next episode and come more prepared with all this is. But yeah, I mean, if you look at whether, I mean, obviously Bush was different because he initiated a war. His dad was reacting to an invasion. But if you look at foreign policy between, like, you know, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, there's not massive changes.
No. And that's
you know, it's not like they're shutting down bases in Japan and withdrawing U.S. forces or radically changing. I mean, they kind of change their approaches to where they're fighting, but they don't kind of stop fighting where they're fighting.
Well, that's the thing. Trump gave the big bullshit about ending the wars and blah blah blah. And so I thought, I thought at the very least, like, even if he does all the other shit really badly, as long as he stops the wars and stuff, that would be cool. Didn't though, did
Yeah,
they?
but he basically also just tried to withdraw troops from places in very reckless ways.
Yeah, and also didn't bring them home, just put them in different places.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, it literally didn't stop. I don't know that it's possible to stop the American war machine now, which is very worrying.
He cared about it more, but he mostly did it, you know, when it was time to do elections. This is the other thing is, you know, Trump really wasn't. He said those things.
Yeah.
And then at the midterms and when he was running for re-election, he's like, you know, I didn't build my wall. What else did I say I would do?
Yeah.
And as a consequence, he didn't have much of an effect, even though he was probably the most, you know, say, like, populist anti-war president we've had for a long time.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I can't even think of someone equivalent in their takes
yeah,
who actually got elected.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I said for people to back Biden, and they were like, oh, he'll still do imperialism. Yeah. Like, he was vice president under Obama. We know that. I've factored that in. It's disgusting. I fucking hate it. But I don't know that having Trump do all these other shit and the imperialism state is a better scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go out here and defend foreign policy decisions because I can't speak to them, and I abhor American imperialism. But I also think when we withdraw, we have to do it in a, like, cogent manner because we don't want to create more instability that might be filled, you know, in a vacuum. We have to find ways of doing it responsibly. And is that going to drag it out? Yes. But was Trump's idea of just letting Russians go into Syria the solution? I don't think so. So this is also why foreign policy is just really fucking depressing.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty depressing, but it's a big story, and we'll know more about it for the next show and get into it maybe a little bit more deeply. For now, it's pretty fucky. It seems pretty fucky, but who knows? So should we go bookmarks? I've got potato head stuff in bookmarks.
Let's do it.
Oh, a thing happened. Why did a thing happen? We'll see. Thank you to Sophia Christina Botha. Go and subscribe to her forthwith.
Yep.
I just covered potato head. Stop nicking all my material, lol. Winky face. Well, they do say that copying is the sincerest form of flattery. So
that's your defense.
Indeed. And thank you to Appy Twitch, who followed me on Twitch. And also Pandemus Rex. Sorry, Pandemus Rex with 81 bits, who said Roariest International Rising. Indeed.
There you go. Exactly.
Indeed. So yes, the results of Maricopa County's election audit are in, and no evidence of fraud or vote switching was found.
Think they're going to cover that at Cpac?
I don't think they are. Somehow, I think they're going to ignore that.
Information won't get to them.
No.
Do you think that Rupert Murdoch is secretly a fascist from the future, sent back in time to profit while he destabilizes democracies and pushes them into the future fascism he came from?
No, I think he's just a wrinkly old cunt.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave that hanging. That's
Yeah,
what she
that's
said.
fine.
Anyway, yeah, Ted Cruz is younger than Gwen Stefani.
Really?
Yeah, which I think goes to show you that hate doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. Creates a lot of worry lines and fake smile lines.
Or Gwen Stefani has gone full Dorian Gray and has got a pact with the devil.
Yes, or she's been slightly airbrushed, but
or her plastic surgeon is awesome. I don't know.
yes, or she just looks really good.
Oh, she looks really good. Yeah, yeah. A bit dog whistly this one, I think. Culturally diverse crowds blamed for seaside litter and vandalism.
Fucking what?
That's in England. That's in Dorset, in the south of England.
Yeah, I'm listening to Agatha Christie's
Southwest
audiobooks occasionally when I fall asleep, and a common theme that she puts in there is English people complaining about or laying at the feet of crimes at the feet of foreigners. Oh, it must have been a band of foreigners, or some foreigners did it. And I just think, is that a window into time, into her social circle, or just England at that time generally?
Well, if you look back through it, you can go, another example, the Sherlock Holmes books. It's often like a Chinaman or something, like some nefarious outsider, because a proper English person wouldn't behave that way. Yeah, we've always been and continue to be a very racist place. But because we've got an accent, which we have culturally programmed the world to enjoy, because we had cultural hegemony for over a century, people seem to think we're nice, and we aren't. We're very bad.
The accent can cover up a lot of shit. Look at Carl.
Ain't it? Say it ain't so. Sophia says, again, comes back with another $1. Infrared will destroy Kev, but not Kristi, for she is the lizard queen. She can do anything. True.
Nice. Thank you.
And thank you to Sneaky Peek, who subscribed with their Prime on Twitch, which you can also do. And we can make Jeff Bezos penniless in millennia. So yeah, oh God, cope away. Saw some wet concrete on my bike ride today, and they put Trump 1 in the concrete. Do you know what they did after that?
Cope.
They just put a fucking flattener over it and just wiped it away. Yeah. You idiot. Like, who cares? So strange.
Sad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is quite just a nice one for me. Where did you get those artifacts? We found them. That's the British Museum. Yeah.
Yes, it's the temporal zone.
Is that an African or a European swallow? This is just weird. When you come downstairs to make some food in the middle of the night because you can't sleep.
Okay. Maybe don't put the oil when the fire going. Okay, I admit I'm a little bit clumsy. Wow, that was actually well done.
That was pretty good. Anyway, so that's someone did that. Lockdown has led to some strange creations.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the old, you need the meme of the, I'm sure someone probably put it as a response, did they, at somewhere? Yeah, there you go. Some of you may die.
Yes.
But that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Mm-hmm.
The Matt Hancock, who is the, you won't believe this, considering the thing they say here, but that's the health minister.
Yeah.
Said,
and you won't, yeah, go ahead.
No, go on.
Yeah, you won't face lockdown forever. The choices aren't let people die or be in a lockdown forever. Those are not the only options out there.
And we've chosen the worst to go, to do the okey cokey. You put the left foot in, the left foot out, in, out, shake it all about, everyone's dead. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious what you do. You do harsh lockdown for a few months, pay people to stay the fuck home, and then open up because it's fine. There are concerts happening around the world. Britain's dead.
In Cologne, not only do you have to have like a more stringent mask now, you have to wear it in heavily trafficked streets outside.
Yeah.
People are walking around Cologne outside wearing masks. And the police kind of like do little ride-throughs in the parks to make sure that groups stay small and that people are socially distanced.
Yeah.
Like we are taking, it's not like a police state or anything, but they're taking it very seriously. And honestly, masks as a health prevention measure are so cheap compared to being hospitalized.
Yes. Quite so.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they say COVID-19 in Scotland, except people will die.
Just, yeah.
So apparently a sad reality, we're all just going to fucking die. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He said people will continue to die or will face lockdown forever. Those,
no, those are not the options. This is interesting. I can't wait to see Donald Trump's Jr.'s denunciation of his own father. I'm hearing from people in New York that Andrew Cuomo is considering a preemptive pardon for himself in the nursing home scandal. If true, maybe he goes for a twofer and throw another pardon in there for the sexual harassment. Does Donald Trump Jr. know his dad is Donald Trump?
Yeah, not to excuse Cuomo in any way, but yes, this is people in glass houses.
Yeah.
Living, yeah. And, I'm glad these things about Cuomo are coming out. Yeah, if they need to be aired, absolutely, we should know these things. And he should be held accountable. That's the difference between Democrats and Republicans.
Oh, God. This is so annoying. Right, so Senator John Toon, who is trash. Yeah. Anyway, was going on about, I used to work for $1 an hour and then $6 an hour, blah, blah, blah. And someone actually did the thing. They worked out that $6 an hour in 1979, adjusted for inflation, is $23.11.
Yep. Yeah, if it had just risen with the the inflation index, I think we'd be like near $12 right now.
And it appears that now the $15 minimum wage has been at least temporarily abandoned. That won't be happening now.
Right, but there was something in my bookmarks that Costco is going to raise the wage of like all its employees to $15 an hour. Basically, I'll have to get the exact bookmark.
Right,
but a lot of companies. What I'm saying is a lot of companies are already there or getting there. And so the argument against it gets weaker and weaker the more that the base rate is going up, just because people won't work for less. They can't actually live on, the minimum wage.
So why is it so difficult for them to get it passed in Congress?
Republicans.
Right, but it's still, they control, albeit very narrowly, the both chambers.
Right. However, because of the filibuster, so I don't think you can filibuster a reconciliation bill. So if they had it in a reconciliation bill, then they would just need 51. But the Senate parliamentarian, I think, ruled that it can't be. I think that happened today. I saw a headline that's how I interpret it, but we can check. And so they will need to basically get cloture on the debate to pass the votes, which they can't get in the other bills that aren't reconciliation bills that don't require that.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
it's still
bills don't need it, and some other ones do.
But it's still pretty pathetic. It seems to me. It seems like a pretty basic thing that has a lot of support and it can't get through.
Yeah, well, of course, public support. Yeah, public support for the minimum wage is 66%. I think we saw most recently. But they did a study, some scholars did a study where they looked at various things that influenced what bills actually got passed. And public opinion had a non-statistically significant impact on that process. Whatever is popular in the country rarely drives what actually gets done in Congress.
Which is why it isn't really a democracy.
Well, it depends. We want to say it's not representative, but it is a democracy in its formal structure. Like, people do take part in that.
Well, people do in a very loose sense, but considering considering, like you say, you've got things like the filibuster and this unelected parliamentarian douche and the Electoral College.
She's a well-respected woman who had to make a ruling based on.
I don't care. She's not elected to that position. She shouldn't have that authority. I don't care about the individual. The individual is neither here nor there. In the same way that the Queen, I don't care if this current Queen is nice. She shouldn't be in position. The Electoral College, each state having 2 senators, all of that. It's not really a proper democracy. Neither is Britain, by the way. I'm not saying Britain's any better. Arguably, we're much worse. But it's not. It's not the democracy it should be and dreams of being.
Well, again, I think your problem here isn't with the democracy part; it's with the representative part. Yeah. That the people who get elected don't actually represent, descriptively, the policy preferences of their voters. They tend to act more like, people who make their own decisions, right? And then they're influenced by money, lobbyists.
I was about to say,
offers.
They're not really making their own decisions; they're being bought. They're being bought by
influence.
NRA, gas companies. In
Well, not the NRA anymore.
Australia, literally, Rupert Murdoch is just writing the fucking legislation now.
Yeah,
Did
so
you
the
see the
question
thing they
is-
passed? The forcing the Facebook thing.
Facebook?
Yeah, like it's literally. You might as well have just went, Rupert. What legislation do you want, mate? Just write anything. We'll sign it and pass it. Who cares? It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's who they represent. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If
Indeed.
they had better representatives who represented the people rather than people who paid for their campaigns, we'd get better representation.
Yes, indeed. This is just fuckery on a massive level. A child was expelled from a school when they found out that their mum had an OnlyFans account.
What does it have to do with the kids at all, honestly? What the actual fuck?
Disgusting. Not only...
There should be some kind of, they should be, sued for literally, the kids did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Well, neither did the mum.
People whose parents embezzle money from their churches, bank accounts, get their kids kicked out too? What the fuck? I mean, what she's doing is not a crime. So...
Yeah, it's mad. Fucking mad. Yeah, we saw that one. Yeah, a meeting taking place. You've got dogs and a cat. It's the way it should fucking be, people.
Yes, bonding.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Well, I did a whole show thing on this yesterday. The Cartoon Network goes full alt-right, according to Tim Paul. And they say, see colour, be anti-racist. So I just put the alt-right is anti-racist now. The bad take machine never fails.
He doesn't understand. It's amazing.
No, he does. He's a liar.
Yeah, he's being willfully ignorant. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Give me money.
Yeah, because we know he hangs out with the alt-right. We know he is alt-right. He's just, trying to lie about it. Oh, if I hadn't already got my cock out, I would again. Conservative Andrew Neil dickhead, who, by the way, is so right-wing that Ben Shapiro called him a communist or whatever. FBPE, which is, was it Follow Back Pro-Europe, which in of itself isn't so bad, but the FBPE people can be a bit crazy at times. Okay. Anyway, cultists are banned from watching GB News. That's the news organisation he's just set up. So apparently he's cancelling people based on their political beliefs. Which was the whole point of the thing, apparently. Well done. So anti-cancel culture, Andrew. This is weird, and the right wing going crazy, but this seems like perfectly fine safety measure for school bans. That's fine. But I feel bad for the tuba guy.
Yeah, he does need a double wide.
Yeah.
He or she, whoever plays the tuba, needs two tents linked together. Sorry.
Yeah, and this person play the tuba. They said, I can't think of a single scenario where it being fucking gigantic would be a problem. They said. True.
Poor lad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the dystopian future begins. Do you remember when we had the Boston Dynamics dancing robots, and I did the joke about it won't be so funny when they're robotic boots on your neck?
Yep.
It's happening. Video shows the New York Police Department's new robotic dog in action in Bronx. It's like they didn't even watch that shit Will Smith movie with the robots.
Can we click on the link? I'm wondering what their duties are. What are they allowed to do? Or what are
I think they're there specifically to harass black people, like all New York Police Department.
What are you supposed to do with a dog?
I don't know. It's
got cameras?
It's got cameras and, I don't know, probably
There's
a gun.
basically walking surveillance.
Hang on. Also, this is from the New York Post, so it's probably bollocks. The New York Police Department deployed its new robotic dog to a home invasion crime scene in the Bronx on Tuesday morning, new video shows. Video shows the blue and black four-legged Digidog, which is quite cute,
Digidog,
trotting alongside the sidewalk, joined by its handlers. The videographer Daniel Voles of freedomnews.tv, oh God, wrote that
guy on YouTube.
Yeah,
Freedom News.
Freedom News is instantly red flags, which is ironic because they're probably very anti-communist. Wrote that the dog responded to the dog didn't respond to anything. It was sent there. The dog responded. Fuck off. The dog responded to a home invasion and barricaded situation on East 227th Street near White Plains Road in Wakefield, which is in Yorkshire. I presume it's named after it. A spokeswoman for the NYPD said the 70-pound robot. Why are they skinny shaming it? What's with the body nonsense? Stop it. £70 robot is in its test phase and is equipped with lights and cameras to allow cops to see its surroundings in real time. It also comes with a two-way communication. Good dog. Good dog. Cops confirmed responding to that address for an ongoing investigation and finding no one there. Oh, okay, who cares?
Okay, it's you can skip down. It's covered in camera and lights, so it's like a walking surveillance system. Okay.
This is quite funny. The far right are stupid. Britain first. British fascists, borderline terrorists. Anyway, they're going to start their street activism thing, and they started off with this. When the relaunch of our street activities takes place on the 29th of March, I do not want it to be a damp squid.
Well, I mean, isn't that mean like a firework that doesn't go off?
A damp squid. Just...
what?
Well, the phrase is damp squib.
Oh, the bee. Okay, yes, sorry.
So a damp squid.
I don't use that phrase very often, so...
Well, no one does. And clearly this person doesn't either.
No,
I mean,
we have that in common.
We've all got blind spots, but damp squid is a funny one.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's not damp, you're probably going to have to eat it.
I occasionally like eating damp things. Ew. Marjorie Taylor Greene, lunatic, endorses other lunatic.
There you go.
Laura Loomer announces 2022 congressional run.
Of course, those two.
And she
would
says,
bond.
my friend Laura Loomer of Q, Aryan Jew babies.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Handcuffing yourself to the headquarters of Twitter's front door.
Not realising to put a coat on in the winter in New York and then nearly pissing herself. Is exactly the type of America First patriot that I need standing beside me on the House floor. My full quote is in the article, Go Laura Go.
No.
No.
Just no.
Yeah.
No.
This is quite nice. Do you want to read this one for us?
Okay. No woman in a burqa or a hijab or a burkini has ever done me any harm, but I was sacked without explanation by a man in a suit. Men in suits missold me my pension and endowments, costing me thousands of pounds. Men in a suit led us on a disastrous and illegal war. Men in suits led the banks and crashed the world economy. Other men in suits then increased the misery to millions through austerity. If we are to start telling people what to wear, maybe we should ban suits.
True.
Henry Stewart, London.
Yeah.
W1.
Is it W1?
No, I just threw that in because I did
okay.
that in the Monty Python
Yes.
takes of like, yeah.
Well, because they used to...
With the postcodes.
Yeah, they used to have the postcode so you could write into and be like, Henry Stewart, London, blah, 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 blah. But then it got a bit offensive, so they stopped that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Doomcock, who's one of these right-wing rant-sona people, has taken to this gif of a woman bouncing along with her big mommy milkers, and apparently thinks that SJWs are going to get really triggered by it.
What, we don't like boobs?
Apparently we're anti-boob.
The pro-sex work people are going to be offended by breasts.
Yeah. The GIF is your weapon against SJWs. This GIF is now your banner. It is SJW Bane, like a cross against werewolves, which SJWs are leeches trying to suck the life out of culture and sap our freedom. Use this GIF to drive them insane. It epitomises everything they despise.
I don't think he's focus group tested this.
No. But it's not the first time. He does this multiple times and has just been absolutely dragged for it. He's mental. Yeah. So, also, by the way, anti-SJWs, are we sexual degenerates obsessed with sex, or do we hate tits?
Yeah. Are we prudes?
And on that point, the greatest t-shirt ever. Good poo, no wipe, one piss, no sex, small wank, big cum.
I'm sorry, what? Some of you be tweeting exactly like this. Just the comment the comment that people can't see on the far left of or right of the screen is yeah.
But I like that. Good poo, no wipe, one piss, no sex, small wank, big cum. Don't know what that means. Don't need to. It's a beautiful thing in of itself. Yeah. How the fuck has this cat fallen asleep like that? What in the fuck is going on there?
They can sleep any way they want.
Yeah.
Any way they want.
That's ridiculous, though. Come on. Come on. Dickhead. Anyway. So we're here, right? Mr. Potato Head is no longer a Mr. Big news, big news. Hasbro, the company makes the potato-shaped plastic toy, is giving the Spud a gender-neutral new name. It's not really. They're just dropping so it's Potato Head. The change will appear on its boxes this year. Expecting a Fox News segment, expect and you will receive in a second, on how not even the Potato Head is safe from the woke cancel mob, right?
Yeah. Can you click? All right. Can you click on the Associated Press thing? No, the tweet itself, and scroll down a little bit and see. There was a whole conversation about Mr. Potato Head's genitalia that I saw people having. I don't see it, unfortunately, and there's so many. The left wants to take away your penis. And anyway, someone ended up posting a link to an imager. Is that what they're called? I don't usually use it. And it was Miss Potato Head handing Mr. Potato Head a big purple penis that was the size of Mr. Potato Head.
Fair enough.
I might still have it on my phone. And I thought about posting it, and then I had second thoughts. So maybe now I'll reconsider my second thoughts since it's showtime and it's pretty late and it's Friday.
Yeah. Anyway, this apparently is a genuine image that someone put together of cancelled characters. And you've got the Washington Redskins, the Cleveland Indians. I didn't even realise the Paw Patrol dog had been cancelled, whatever. All of this. And then Potato Head as well. That is the cringiest bullshit I've ever seen. Also, playing the victim at all there? Mr. Potato Head's going to heaven? What?
Yeah, because they've been cancelled. They're all dead.
We'll get back to him in a second. Mr. Potato Head no longer Mr. And then someone said, someone posted that, and it's just a potato. I don't know what's funny about that at all. That's just a potato.
How is that not your profile?
That's
banner?
Just a nutritious starch vegetable, people. The one joke. Ben Shapiro says, what if the Potato Head identifies as a squash, though? The one joke.
Yeah, always.
Is this the biggest drama queen overreaction ever? Right? The Mr. Potato Head story, which we read out. Mark Dice, supposedly a comedian, says, it's time for Republican states to secede.
A little bit of an overreaction.
Because of the fucking Potato Head. Oh, these fuckers call other people snowflake. I swear to God.
A private company does a thing.
That's the greatest reaction in the history of mankind. Anyway, I think Dave Rubin is literally just trying to be cringe at this point. He must be.
What is this mask? Oh, no.
I got a Kylo Ren mask here, and my policy on masks is sometimes I'm going to wear the mask, okay? Sometimes I'm going to wear the mask. If I go into a store and they demand I wear the mask, I'm going to put the mask on. This is a very Kylo Ren approach to wearing masks. If they want you to wear the mask,
he really does.
If you feel like wearing the mask, then you should wear the mask. And then, if you want to take the mask off, sure. Could it mess up your hair, and would that be upsetting? Yes. But if you want to take the mask off and hang out with other people and talk to other people and let them...
Right-wing comedy is brilliant, isn't it?
My stomach is now cringed up into, I think, my lungs.
Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene, trust the science. Also Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jew space laser.
Yeah.
Good
Trust
point.
the science.
Good
When did
point.
she say that?
Did you miss that? The transphobic thing. She went to one of her fellow representatives who has a trans kid and put a thing outside
and
saying...
a trans flag outside her office.
Yeah. And put the thing on the wall saying, there are two genders.
The
trust the
science, except when it's,
science.
I didn't put two and two together, but yeah, I knew both of those things.
Very on brand for Cpac.
Mm-hmm.
I call it this one. He's a tithead who got caught in a booby trap. Nice. There are two things we like on this show, tits and cats.
Yeah, yes. And of course, you love dicks.
No, you love dicks.
No. You are the one who likes to talk about penises.
You're the one who likes to ride penises, so...
Well, but people on the show don't see me riding penises, and they hear you talking
unless
about
you sign to the
all
OnlyFans, when you can see...
No.
No. Yeah, because of course, they got Dan Bongino, the lunatic, Toy company Hasbro creates controversy and confusion with gender-neutral rebranding of Mr. Potato Head.
Confusion. Honestly, everybody swapped all the stuff together.
Yeah, no one cares. It's a fucking potato.
Potato Head was always gender neutral.
Stop.
They didn't have like only certain things that you could use on the boy one. It was completely gender neutral. All of the holes were gender neutral.
Yeah, this is get ready for some top-level stupid.
Now, from the toy world, was it a case of crossed wires or a major corporate U-turn when news broke that the company Hasbro was losing the Mr. from Mr. Potato Head?
Mister.
Fuck, Steve Ducey is, I think, actually cancer.
The rise of cancel culture. Is this their new war on Christmas? Like, they get to do this all year round?
Yeah, exactly. It's the war on Christmas 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is just weird.
Okay.
Welcome all to the Trump second annual cult meeting. Welcome all. Great Trump, could you please leave us a message? Me and Petey and the Hulk.
This
is a Poe.
No, this isn't satire.
The great Trump has left us a message.
This is a Poe.
Biden sucks.
No, that's a real conservative, by the way.
Oh, it's a real conservative, but he's not actually doing a real cult thing. But yes, yeah. There's just need to get over it.
Anyway, yeah. The
Potato
the
Head.
quartering, naturally, as one of the species of Potato Head, is deeply offended by their cultural appropriation.
Yes, as someone who was also called a potato, are you offended at Potato Head?
No, I'm good, man. I don't give a fuck. I've been swapping my genitals with lady Potato Head people. It's fine.
After this, you can check your notifications. I tagged you into something.
Okay.
If you don't have a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, how will you have like the little baby Potato Head? Are you going to remove the baby then? What about the teen, the boy and the son and the daughter? Are you going to remove those potato heads too? It's just absurdity. If you don't...
No. What you do is forced sterilization for all potato people.
Honestly, unless you play with potato heads, why do you even give a fuck quartering?
And also, for those who've already been sterilized, double sterilization for those people. All of them. No more breeding of the potato people.
No. Plastic potato people, they make in a factory. They don't know where they come from.
We need mass potato-cide. Okay? What did you send me? You sent me a thing.
Yeah.
Is this going to have a big cock in it?
I covered it up.
Oh, for God's sake. Kristi.
So look at the picture.
Yeah.
Someone sent this, and then the comment after just is kind of funny.
So he had a purple penis all the time, as long as he is tall. This is canon, Mr. Potato. True. That is canon. God. Anyway, yeah, $15 an hour is just over $31,000 a year. We're begging to be just poor instead of it's severely impoverished, and we can't even get that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give a capitalist argument in favor of raising the minimum wage, it is that taxpayers shouldn't fund company payroll. Here's the thing is, if you have minimum wage jobs or poverty wage jobs, then people are going to need assistance, which raises taxes and also reduces the amount of taxes they pay into the system. So if you give people $15 an hour as a basic minimum wage, you're actually going to save the government a lot of money because people will be able to afford shit, and you'll have more tax revenue on the income that they're paying.
Yeah.
I don't see how this doesn't work, except that obviously people just want to pay poverty wages so that they can take all the money for themselves.
Yeah. Thank you to Oink Snort, Comrade Kool-Aid, and Wheelet Coris95 for following on Twitch. What's this? Ted Cruz owning it, Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we're basically there. Yeah. Well, I was going to open it with Ted Cruz killing it at Cpac, and by it I mean my faith in humanity. But, nah, I didn't bother in the end. Oh yeah, the Myanmar dude is probably going to get killed, but brave fucker anyway. He's the Myanmar government's ambassador to the United Nations, who decried the
excellent
the overthrow of the government and gave the 3-finger salute thing, which sounds sexual but isn't. That's their like resistance thing. And he can't go back to Myanmar for a while, I think. Yeah. So
but good for him. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Do you remember the giant that she was talking to in the video that we did a funny skit about?
Yeah, he is a giant.
He turns out that man's Anthony Aguero, who is currently under investigation for being part of the Capitol Hill riots / insurrection. And here he is, White Power salute with Ted Cruz there, with Mike Lindell. Yeah, he's one of those people. Anyway, and the
fascist movement did not end with Trump.
No,
it took the head off of the movement in terms of putting him in the private sector again. But that movement, that undercurrent, is still there.
Yep. So that's fuckery. I have to agree with Jen Psaki from 2017. What's the legal authority for strikes? Assad is a brutal dictator, but Syria is a sovereign question.
Country.
Sorry, and then Ilhan Omar says great question. I think that is a great question.
What I saw, I tried to look up a few headlines when you mentioned this, as we were coming on air, and I did see that Biden wasn't taking meetings with Dems who are asking for meetings, which again, not a good sign.
No, not a good sign. Yes, Orlando is awesome, but not as good as Cancun. This is the Cpac stuff, which we already looked at. Go away, Cpac. Oh yeah. This Papa Roach, their famous song, I suppose content warning for self-harm mentions, I suppose. Anyway, they did a song, and the Napoleon Dynamite guy did a cover of it, and that's the lead singer, and yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a dang if I come out bleeding. This is my last resort.
Yeah, that was fun.
I like how he embraces his look.
Yeah, that's who he is. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Brent Terhune on the potato thing was funny, so I'm just going to steal his content.
All right.
Basically. But go and follow him, he's very good.
If you thought shit was getting out of hand before, get a load of this. Hasbro said they're not going to call him Mr. Potato Head no more. You know what? I was fine with my kids playing dress up with a plastic potato. But if you can't call them Mr. or Mrs., well, that shit's just unnatural. What's his pronoun, tater and tot? We like gender roles at my house. My wife does woman's work. She cooks and cleans. And I do man's work. I'm a chef and a custodian. I put food on the TV trays, and my wife cooks it. That, as soon as I seen Hasbro was doing away with Mr. Potato Head, and I'm going to keep calling him Mr., me and Marjorie Taylor Greene marched into my kid's room, and, Bubby was sitting there on the floor playing with his G.I. Joes, the big ones, the kind with clothes. And Sissy, she was there, too, playing with her little cars and trucks, Barbie ones, they're pink. I marched over their toy box. I dug through all kinds of toys, Play-Doh, blocks, Legos, crayons, and I found that Mr. Potato Head. And I held it up and I said, we're only using gendered toys in this house from now on. Because what's next? Can I not use my Mr. Coffee no more? How about Mrs. Dash? Can those two not have a threesome with Mrs. Butterworth? Probably not. Probably not. If they got Aunt Jemima, they'll get her ass too. I'm tired of this shit. I need to know the gender of everything because I like to know which of my inanimate objects can fuck.
True. Very true. Boop.
Oh, she booped herself.
Yeah. And then again, cats and dogs together. It's unity we want, people. Unity.
Oh, look at this. It's so nice.
No.
So many cuddles.
No.
Oh, it's like he's a scritching board.
No.
That is really nice. Cute.
Yeah. And I'm done.
Okay. I've got a couple bits that I'm willing to share. I'm surprised you didn't pick up on that.
Pick up on what?
Oh, you're drinking. Never mind. It's too late. It's gone now.
What?
Never mind. People in the chat got it. Okay. All right. Among Republicans, those who consistently turn to only news outlets.
Hang on. Whoa. I haven't even. I was confused by your thing.
Oh.
Sorry.
You were confused by my bits.
I was. Very much so.
Right. Among Republicans, those who consistently turned to only news outlets with like-minded audience are far more likely to be 50 and older. So there's your core base of Trump supporters. They're living in their bubble. I think the construction, the right yelled at the left for, generically, for being in an echo chamber, in a bubble. But we are able to represent, if we are asked to, represent their positions far more accurately than they could represent ours.
Oh,
ever.
God, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So the guy that John Ossoff beat said he was thinking about running against Warnock.
Right.
And then he probably got the polling.
Oh, right, and just never pulled out a kill. Brilliant, well done.
That was funny. What is this? If I did that, usually it means it's a reveal. Oh, yeah, you want to read this out, Kev?
GOP officials stunned by new party members who are only interested in blowing things up. Why are they surprised by that?
Yeah.
They really oughtn't be.
Nope. I remember that I have to self-center our page here.
You are self-centered, correct.
Yes. So, yeah, only interested in blowing things up.
Well, if you caught crazy motherfuckers and tell them that people are coming for their guns, what did you expect to happen?
Yep. Oh, this is a possible challenge to Ron Johnson. I don't know anything about him. I'm not co-signing anyone yet. But yes, he's going to be, seat held by Ron Johnson. He said he was going to not run again for a third term when he first ran, like he was going to self-term limit. But I'd be really surprised if he doesn't suddenly change his mind on that.
Oh, by the way, did you see Johnson doing the conspiracy that it was the Antifas on the 6th?
I think I've got that at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, for a little bit farther north of this. But I just really want someone in Wisconsin to beat him. Like I don't even care if it's in the primary.
I think Giannis Antetokounmpo could run and beat him.
Who?
He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's very good.
Oh, okay.
He's also Greek, so I don't know if he can run. But there you go.
Hey, look at this study out of Cambridge. You want to read this out, Kev?
People with extreme views less able to complex mental tasks, research suggests.
What, are you bored or something?
No, I'm just singing.
Okay. People with extremist views less able to do complex mental tasks.
That's what I just said.
Suggests. No, you sang it, and people got distracted by your melodious voice.
I do sing. I have the voice of an angel trapped in a box.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Is this how capitalism's supposed to work, Kevin? Texas electric bills were $28 billion higher under deregulation.
I said this. This is how guillotines start getting erected. Please stop. Like, this is genuinely like people start getting fucking choppy. Stop, electric companies, really.
Yeah, deregulation is supposed to be good for consumers, and yet they're just getting gouged. And they're getting shit service.
They're getting shit service, and in some areas they're not actually getting anything other than a monopoly, and they get an effective monopoly because of price fixing.
Yeah, and don't even fucking tell me that the Texas legislature is going to use taxpayer money to bail out these people who've been basically pocketing the money they should have spent on winterizing their own, service.
Yeah.
For 20 years.
Well, this is the thing. Every aspect of the kind of free market capitalist ideology has come to fruition in Texas. And they instantly pivoted to, it was the Green New Deal. And their supporters just believed it. Look, you can't talk to those people.
The echo chamber problem.
Yeah, you can't talk to them. Because their intake of information is so skewed from reality that it's impossible to talk to them. I made the analogy, the old thing about the, was it if you could talk to a crocodile, you still couldn't understand it? because its frames of reference are so fucking weird because it just knows how to eat things and fight and fuck. That's it. And it's similar with conservatives. They're like kind of slightly odd aliens or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this just shows that, like, you know, well-regulated capitalism. I mean, I'm not saying the current system is perfect, but it's better than deregulation. The free market doesn't fix shit.
Oh no, the free market's a fucking disaster. The fact that the thing about the devil's greatest trick. The devil's greatest trick was convincing poor people that rich people had their interests at heart.
Yeah, and yet they fall for it over and over and over again.
Yep.
What is this? Oh yeah, Cobb County and DeKalb County are suing Trump to get back the money they spent fighting his meritless lawsuits.
Trump is going to die owing so many people so much money. And they still won't get it, and Don Jr. or whoever will inherit the $6 he has in his account or something.
Yes. The estate being sued. Oh, yeah, so this is, again, Ron Johnson basically, I don't know if it's, withstanding the insurrectionists.
That I've seen in my entire career.
The fact of the matter is, this didn't seem as like an armed insurrection to me.
I witnessed insurgents beating police officers with fists, pipes, sticks, bats, metal barricades, and flagpoles.
And a crutch, by the way. Did you?
These criminals came prepared for war.
If that was a planned armed
Hello?
insurrection,
Hello? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if people could hear me. They released body cam footage. Interesting that the police body cam footage is on when it's them being attacked. Anyway, of one of these fucking pricks attacking them with a crutch. Yeah. So does that mean there was like a broken-legged person hobbling around? What the fuck?
Maybe it's a way to get in a weapon.
Yeah, pretend you've got a broken leg
security.
and you've got two, very useful battering rams.
I mean, they're metal, right? Yeah, except for the cushion at the top.
Yeah, unscrew
and the
that
handle
shit,
part.
you've got yourself a fucking
pipes.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
You're really a bunch of idiots.
I think there was a significant coordination with this attack.
The former Capitol Police Chief laying waste.
Laying waste to Ron Johnson. Now the voters of Wisconsin have to do it. This was a clip I was talking about of Tucker.
So it's worth finding out where the public is getting all this false information, this disinformation, as we'll call it. So we checked. We spent all day trying to locate the famous QAnon.
All day,
which in
Kevin.
the end we learned is not even a website. If it's out there, we could not find it.
Really? Do you want to go onto the greatawakening.win?
They spent a day, Kevin.
I could literally I could show you in 5 seconds, Tucker.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're a lying shitbag.
Yes. Houston renter who lost her job in the pandemic gave her landlord a CDC form to stop her eviction, but they still filed to evict her. The judge says, can't you just live with your parents? She says no, she was evicted anyway. This is happening in Texas.
Yeah, capitalism, yay. Like, I don't...
Well, this is the state. This isn't... I mean, the landlord...
but it's a
the
capitalist
judge could have
state.
done something.
They're going by what the laws are, right? They shouldn't be allowed to do this. This should be illegal to do.
Well, CDC does have a form. They need to have enforcement of this.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't particularly care which branch of the shithole government/business alliance is doing it. It shouldn't be legal to do. This shouldn't happen.
Completely different, emotional roller coaster here. So this was a video I took when I was getting birthday drunk.
If this doesn't involve cottaging men, I'll be very disappointed.
No, none at all. It's more just the visuals of it. So sorry. Yeah, I was sat in a local park, and there's a road nearby because it's in the middle of the city. But there was a full moon, and the traffic isn't too, annoying, or there's not a lot of beeping or anything like that. And it's just kind of like
I didn't see one cup
in
getting sucked there. That's disappointing to me.
No. Oh, that was for me. Someone who wished me birthday. I wanted to get back to them. This guy needs to get fired. People are calling on Biden to overhaul the governing body of the Postal Service.
Considering
that needs to happen.
Considering the fact that DeJoy was acting as Trump's fucking dick in trying to fuck the USPS, why is he still in his job?
Yeah, I don't know the rules around like those kinds of appointments. You know, some of them like last for so many years, and so I don't know the ins and outs of how the postmaster general is appointed because until now we didn't have to.
Yeah.
You know.
Just say no. Just if he turns up one day, just lock his office up and say, "No, we sent you your forms, but unfortunately the post office it couldn't get through, so never mind.
Yeah.
You're fired."
This guy Jerry Connolly is going to go off at Jim Jordan.
Yeah, I saw this actually on the news. Yeah, him being interviewed about this.
Yeah.
I didn't vote to overturn an election, and I will not be lectured by people who did about partisanship.
Yes.
Yeah, he was dope, man.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Also, Jim Jordan, just to point out, he should be in jail for having covered up rape in Ohio State University.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
as a segue from Me Too to Me Too, someone came forward with accusations against Cuomo. So, keep an eye on this story.
Seems like a bit of a scumbag, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cuomo, that is, just to clarify, I meant Cuomo, not the woman. I don't know her.
Yep. This is Romney just stating the obvious. If you put Trump in amongst Republicans for the 2024, he's going to be their nominee.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah. Because it's a
the
party
Trump
of...
party, yeah.
Hey, remember how Ted Cruz says there's no civil war in the GOP?
I do remember that, and I remember thinking, Ted, you're a moron.
They just all have the same opinion, right?
Yep.
Just very briefly, you and the leadership, especially Congresswoman Cheney, do you believe President Trump should be speaking, or former President Trump should be speaking at CPAC?
Is that really...
That's absurdly quiet, yes.
Yeah, do you believe former President Trump should be speaking at CPAC, is the question.
Yes, he should.
And McCarthy, Toadie's like, yes, he should. And then Liz Cheney pipes up.
That's up to CPAC. I've been clear.
So that's a no.
Yes, at the end, it's really soft, but she says, I don't believe that he should be playing a role in the future of the party or the country. No civil war. Yeah, it's the media who wants a civil war, Ted.
No. Although, to be fair, at the moment, it's a kind of passive-aggressive civil war, it seems.
Right. Oh, by the way, Orion in the chat says that to both of us, the process to remove him has started. It's just going to take a few months.
Oh, fuck's
to go
sake.
through, like,
well,
the
again,
admin.
that needs to be changed, because...
Well, people, like unions, you have the right, right, you can't just unless you want at-will employment.
Well, no, I was about to say, when people working minimum wage in Missouri have no fucking rights, I don't know why DeJoy has rights that they don't.
They probably have to do with the administrative code. So it's not like you can wave a magic wand and make everything happen at once. They have to kind of do it properly to avoid being sued.
I've got a magical wand right
Make
here.
it legal. Dot your I's and cross your T's. Right. Oh, yeah. The Trump voters see the world as a bleak and dangerous place.
Yeah, they're a cult. They're a death cult. Yeah,
Yep.
Of course they are.
Yep. Yep. Just more empirical. I know, very controversial. Empirical groundings.
Yeah,
for the
don't
things
you
they say on this
Anglo-Saxon
show.
bucks.
I can't believe it's taken us until this point to get to where this would happen from the federal government.
What's this?
Delivering more than 25 million cloth masks to communities around the country in an effort to provide protection to low-income Americans.
Yeah. That's mental, yeah.
Yes. I mean, Trump had almost an entire year.
Trump's a mass murderer. I mean, there's no other way of looking at it.
Yeah,
What happened there was murder. That could have been avoided. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, this was probably the person you were talking about. A close ally of Marjorie Taylor Greene took part in the Capitol attack, undercutting her false claims that the insurrectionists were Antifa, masquerading as Trump supporters.
Yeah, we know they've got connections to these. We know Boba had a friend involved as well. Like these people are at the heart of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's this? Oh, right. Hey, look at this. More police officers in the Capitol insurrection. A police officer was arrested and suspended from his job over his alleged involvement in the insurrection.
Again, suspended. Nice. Anyway, yeah, the number of ex-police or current police and ex and current armed forces, there needs to be not a Stalinist purge. So when I say purge, don't take it that way. There needs to be a thorough.
It needs to be a disqualifying factor for employment.
Detoxification of certain certain federal institutions, let's say, and local institutions.
This was the one I was talking about. It's actually $16 an hour. Costco raising its minimum wage to $16 an hour, joining others in boosting pay during the pandemic. So like I said, just because, I mean, I'm not saying it's a fix, but a lot of companies are recognizing this. And they're moving in that direction already, which should, again, make it a better, more strong argument that we're not doing the kind of damage that, people are saying.
But it's, I mean, again, to bring you back to the point I made earlier about rich people don't have the poor's interest at heart. Relying on Costco is not acceptable.
No, I'm not saying that it is.
No, I
Nor are you
know.
saying that I'm saying that it is.
Exactly.
But you're right. We should have representatives who basically are able to enact such a popular, like a 2/3 popular question.
Yeah.
What people support. Oh, yeah, this was great. You want to read this one out?
A woman turned in her ex-boyfriend to the FBI after he took a break during the January 6th Capitol riot to berate her in a text message. Dickhead.
Yeah, apparently he called her a moron. She's like, fuck you, I'm calling the cops.
Wow, that is taking a text beef off to a new level.
Should we see if they actually quote the text?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, a woman turned in her ex-boyfriend to the FBI after he took a break during last month's Capitol riot to berate her in a text message, authorities said. Richard Michetti's one-time girlfriend gave authorities a series of texts that led to his arrest, including a 426 missive that read, quote, "If you can't see the election was stolen, you're a moron," unquote, according to the affidavit. He appeared in federal court and was placed on home detention until his trial. And then, so that was it.
One of the whoa, hang on, scroll up slightly. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the texts outlined in the document, Machete wrote, "This is our country. Do you think we live like kings because no one sacrificed anything? He vote and was fraud and Trump won, but they won't audit the vote." Later in the day, the former girlfriend identifies papers as the witness or W1 seems to push back on Machete's embrace of voter fraud.
Yeah.
A lot of them are doing this. A lot of them are shitting it now. There's legal ramifications.
Mm-hmm.
There really is.
So,
It's white privilege. They just thought they could do it. And to be fair, for most of American history, they could have. But maybe things are slightly turning now. Good.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we can read this out, but I did send you this.
Yeah, we can't read that out, but it's... yeah. It's a thing. All I'll say, I'll read out the phrase... Because the rapid motion of masturbation is very frightening to the birds. And we'll leave it there.
Yep, and moving on. Oh, that was it, and then we're done because we already saw the Tucker Carlson thing.
Okay,
so
well
I'll
then,
stop
that's
sharing.
yeah, that's. Oh, I know, I've pressed the wrong thing. There we go. Nope.
There are things, that I can share with Kevin and I can't share on YouTube.
Yes, TOS is a very real thing. It's the bane of my existence. Only joking, but it is something I rub up against every single day. Yes, anyway. So that's, go away now, everyone. Leave.
Yeah,
go
that's
on.
it. The show's over. Time to go home or do other things.
That's me hissing at them.
That wasn't very nice.
It wasn't very nice. Did Rory react? No, he's fast asleep. I don't give a fuck. Anonymously artistic with 100 bits. No message though, but thank you for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Right at the end. Shall I wake Rory Cats up just to get him on screen?
Oh yeah, annoy him.
Okay. Well, I'll be temporarily incommunicado.
Yeah, so I will say, oh gosh, no. I was going to say what I was going to do on my Sunday show and plug my thing, but I haven't come up with a topic yet. So if people do have requests, I don't often, usually I just come up with whatever I want to talk about, but I will watch the chat if people have suggestions for things to do.
Oh, we've got a
on the
tangle
Sunday
and I've
show.
only got one hand. No! He's slipping! Oh, this is a disaster.
He got away from you.
No, I've got him, but I'm
well,
going to
I
have to...
can't see. I'm only looking at the screen.
He's biting me! He's biting me!
He's not well pleased. He's not best pleased with you right now.
No, hang on. I can't get him on fucking screen. There he is. Jesus fucking Christ, Rory. You are not making this easy, my boy.
Nope.
Now he's pushing the microphone with his foot. Oh, this has not gone well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there you go. You got your pound of flesh there.
Rory Katz did?
No. Well, no, he barely. He never really bites me that much. He's just a.
Yeah, nips.
He's just a nose. Anyway, so that was. What's Haruka got in the chat? Kristi Winters, please watch.
It's the Mars touchdown and rover video.
Oh, for fuck's sake, they sent me that shit like 20 times over the last few days. They've been obsessed with it. Just it's impressive, it's fun, but just
it's really not happy hour material. It's more, and it's like 3 minutes long. And so everyone that has the link now in the chat, go watch it yourself.
well, that to be honest, not happy hour material and it's 3 minutes long. Sounds very much like my lovemaking.
But you talk about your lovemaking all the time on the happy hour.
I do, but I don't show it, which is good because that would be illegal.
Are you a shower, not a grower? Wait, what was that? How did that go?
I'm a shower, I'm a grower, not a shower. Which, taken in a different way, could be very anti-Semitic, but that's not what we mean. Don't be racist. Shower.
I only think of willies.
No, shower, spelled S-H-O-A-H, is the other
No,
word for
it
the
never
Holocaust.
even crossed my mind. No.
Well, I am a historian, so it did cross my mind.
Oh, yeah, speaking of history, I'm going to drag somebody on maybe next week to talk about a thing in history that we can learn
Well, we're
from.
also next week starting the Racist White People History Month.
Oh my gosh, we've got so much happening next week.
We have.
Oh, you
Monday...
have to send me your pics of your first two candidates.
No, we don't, Kristi. We talked about this. Fuck it, we're doing it on air. We don't need to have altered intro. Just, we've got one intro, that's fine. We don't need an altered intro every fucking time. It seems like extra work for no extra benefit.
Other than it's customized and it gives a slightly more professional look to the show, but that's okay.
It's my channel. Anyone who's here is clearly okay with shit quality.
Already slumming it?
Yeah, exactly. Like their standards are so low. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Well, I did just watch it on my own time live as I looked at it and scrubbed forward and saw the video of the surface, which looked really cool. So thank you, Haruka.
It did. I mean, I did the joke about how the technology's improved since the days of Stanley Kubrick, but that's a moon landing fake joke. So
yes, it is.
It is. Okay, I'm going to raid into who am I going to raid? Rob Rousseau. I don't think I've ever raided into that person before, so you can go and check out whatever the fuck they're up to on the Twitch. And I'll be back probably over the weekend at some point, and Kristi will be back probably Monday, maybe.
Yeah, I got my Sunday thing. I didn't see any. I didn't see. Well, if there were any good ideas, I missed them. Sorry, chat. Do political stuff. Okay.
Okay. And
I can do that.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening and watching. Go and follow all my links. Go and follow Kristi. The links are below. Thank you all for listening and watching. Goodbye from me, and say goodbye, Kristi.
Goodbye, Kristi.
Did a bit.
I did.